Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, beautiful people. Welcome in, beautiful people. Welcome in, guys. As we get in, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. If we can knock those out a couple of times, that'll boost the live as well. Guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. You know how we do. Let's get after it.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire.
Hey,
like
thank you for that.
Yeah, step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat.
Hey.
Talk slick, but you ain't got source.
Nope.
Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force.
What up, Peach?
The trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all.
Boom.
Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air.
Ain't no
rules, no plan, no script. Yeah.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. Step in if you dare. You dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana. Yeah, this ain't a safe place.
It is not.
This is flames.
It absolutely is.
You wanna sparring with Santana.
Hey, thank you for the galaxy. Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Guys, there's a ton of people in the box. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter or you do not disagree with something on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only looking for some debates. Let's see here. Boom.
Yo.
Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
Not old enough to vote, and I don't support Trump. I was trolling. Have a good day.
Yeah, it's not funny. Don't do that. I will block you. Like, dead ass, just an FYI, I don't find trolls funny. I have no interest in like the back and forth, whatever. So if you come up here and you say that you are trolling or you're not a Trump supporter, or even if you just want to say hi, don't do that. Please respect the boundaries of the live. Please respect my boundaries. My boundaries are clear. I'm only looking for some debates, only looking to talk to Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I will block you. Thanks for the money gun. I will block you. Seriously. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I voted for Trump, but I can proudly say that I'm not, as of today, a Trump supporter.
Okay,
but
do you disagree with something on the background?
So that's kind of hard to say because I want to say that like I was low key waiting for Dean and he hopped off. I was in there for a minute and he said come to you. So I wanted to kind of talk to you. So as a person who voted for Trump and stuff like that, I just want to say the big reason why I stopped my voting, my support for Trump.
No. Do you disagree with something on the background? Did you take a look at the background?
I believe that, yeah. With your background, I believe that applies across the board for every side of the political aisle. Like, I think not just Republicans don't disagree with or don't believe it's Epstein survivors.
Okay, I'm going to drop you down. And for anyone that's in the request right now, I need everybody to lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in. Let me explain this one time. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, actively a Trump supporter, or you disagree with anything on the background. That's the background. Now, the premise of the debate is America does not care. America does not care. And when I say America does not care, I'm talking about a couple of different things. Republicans don't care about Epstein survivors. Hell, Republicans don't even care about women, children, the environment. They don't care about anything. Republicans don't care about the Epstein survivors. Now, moderate Democrats, if you consider yourself to be a moderate Democrat, if you consider to be yourself to be someone who thinks that we need to reach across the aisle, that we need to work with Trump supporters, something like that, then you don't care about our country. White men don't care about anything except power. I said what I said. White men don't care about anything except power. White women don't care about white supremacy. I mean it. And last but not least, BLAGA, FBA, they don't care about black people. They're anti-black as fuck. So only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. All right, let's see here. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Connected to my headset for some reason.
Malric. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I disagree with something.
Okay. Which point on the background do you disagree with the most? Where you like to start?
The white men with the nothing but power thing.
Okay. Just to verify, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yeah.
What state are you in?
Florida.
Florida. What's the capital?
Tallahassee.
All right, good enough for me. Really quickly, before we go too far, quick question. Do you know who I am?
Not very much. I seen you in Indeed lives, but
okay. Listen, that's fair. Would you mind if I give you a proper introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
Sure.
Perfect. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana, and guys, we are looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter, disagree with anything on the background. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. All right, you said you disagree with the point on the background that white men only care about power. Tell me why you think it is that white men, or you disagree with the point that white men only care about power.
I mean, that's because I think it's just a generalized statement about like an entire race of people, but I also don't think the concept of white people really exists.
It does. It's a social construct. It's actually a socially acceptable construct. Whether you decide you want to, I don't care. I mean, yes, abolish race, sure, but the social construct actually does exist, and we live inside that social construct. And the people classified as white, specifically the men that are classified as white, they only care about power. Can you tell me why you disagree as a whole?
I mean, because it's a generalized statement about white people, white men specifically.
Okay.
They care about power.
Is that it? That's all you got?
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, me personally, I'm very far on the. I actually don't know. I was gonna talk about economics, but I can't really do that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
hey, got a question for you. So are you saying that you individually don't care about power?
I care that power is like put in the wrong hands of people, but
who are the wrong people?
The upper class.
That's interesting. What demographic of our country makes up the ultra wealthy?
Typically white people. Typically white men.
Yeah. Hey, question. Do you know who over the last 250-year history of our country has held 90% of the power within our country when it comes to Congress? And that means, House, Senate, and presidency?
White men.
Got it. Hey, did you know that more white men showed up to vote for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election than any president in United States history?
I didn't know that, but that sucks.
They showed up to vote for Donald Trump more than Ronald Reagan, which Ronald Reagan is deemed to be like, the GOAT of Republican presidents. Hey, have you ever seen the Reagan map?
No.
Can I show you the Reagan map?
Sure.
Perfect. Give me a second. I'm gonna, guys, if you've never seen the Reagan map, I need you guys to see this. Now, like I said, white men showed up to vote for Donald Trump at the highest clip of any U.S. president in any president in U.S. history, more than Ronald Reagan. And guys, this is the Reagan map.
Holy crap.
This is the Reagan map.
What is that, Wisconsin? Minnesota? Minnesota's got it.
Yeah. More white men voted for Donald Jimothy Trump than Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan did this to the Electoral College map.
Yeah, that's bad.
Hey, why do you think so many white men showed up to vote for Donald Trump and even outdid the Reagan map when it came to their support of Trump in this 2024 presidential election? Because it didn't happen in 2020 or any other point before that. But why do you think specifically it happened in 2024?
Racism, I think majority, but definitely not like a whole thing about being white.
Well, I think it's more than just racism, right? It's misogynoir, right? Do you know what misogynoir is?
No.
This is a lot. You should look into that. But regardless, it was the premise that the white men knew that their spot at the top of the patriarchal system was in jeopardy, right? And so since their spot at the top of the patriarchal system was in jeopardy, what they actually did was turn up to ensure that the black woman did not replace them at the top of the patriarchal system. And so my premise as far as white men only care about power, the reason why I say that is because as a whole, white men collectively will do any and everything to continue to control and coalesce power, including monopolize violence and inflict violence in order to hold on to power. They will harm any and everyone, including themselves, and to be able to hold on to power. And so, like, that's why white men only care about power.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you're saying white men only care about power. I think you could change it so that the people in power are white men. I think that'd be a better way of phrasing that, so that it doesn't come off so aggressive, I think.
No, so you're tone policing my background?
No, I'm just saying it kind of looks like you were saying that white men only care about power.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But like, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
people
Okay.
that-
If you
the people that are-
disagree with it, then debate the topic. Give me something to actually, like, you haven't given me anything. Like, I'm giving you empirical data and you're giving me
I don't just
feces.
say-
Give me
no.
something.
Give me empirical data that the people in power are white, not that the white people care about power.
Yeah. I gave you the 250-year
men.
history of our country.
Yeah. Those white men care about power, but there are like millions of white men.
Wait.
that don't care about power, though.
Wait. So I gave you a grand scope, a look of our country over 250 years, and I gave you information directly corresponding to white men showing up to ensure that they continue to hold on to power while actively harming themselves. Because ever since Donald Trump has gotten into power, the economy has taken a hit. The quality of life of people has taken a hit. The people, social mobility, the wealth gap has grown. Like, all of these things have overwhelmingly been negatively impacting, not to just, a specific race, to everyone that's not the ultra wealthy, but white men who don't fall within that, within the bourgeoisie. Like, they showed up to still support Donald Trump, even though he told them up front, hey, vote for me and I'm going to make your taxes higher.
Wait, are you a socialist?
Am I what?
A socialist?
I am. I'm a democratic socialist.
Wait, you think we can get there via voting?
No.
But isn't democratic socialism a way of getting to a socialist society via voting, or was I mistaken?
So yes and no. I mean, I think there's a lot to it. I'm also a realist. I live inside of the construct that we have to deal with. And so while I have ideas of like a vast social program, a socialist nation, where social programs benefit everyone and not just the ultra wealthy, I think that like the current system that we have as far as voting, the two-party system, the electoral college will stop us from being able to get there. So unless we actually abolish the electoral college, set up ranked choice voting, remove money out of politics, like a multitude of things, like there's no way to actually get there. So anywho, that's not the point. Can you address what I said directly about the white men that showed up?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is those white men care nothing about power. You're right about that. But that is just a large amount of people, not a split. Like, there's a majority of people, but there is a minority, a pretty like loud minority, pretty big minority.
Wait, so are you saying there's a few good white men that don't care about power?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to differentiate?
What do you mean, how are we supposed to differentiate?
How are we supposed to? Okay, I got it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got visuals. Hey, you like nuts?
Yeah.
Would you like some of these nuts? Would you like some of my nuts? Would you?
That's a good.
Would you like these nuts in your mouth?
That's a good one, bro.
Anyway, so these are my nuts, right? And so let's say I want to share these nuts with you. Question. We got all of these nuts, right? And I tell you, you're starving. You're super, super hungry, right? And I tell you, you can have these nuts, right? They're awesome. They're apple cider vinegar and sea salt nuts, right? Melts in your mouth. But I tell you that in these nuts, there's like 5 of them that are poisonous. All the rest of them perfectly well, like no issue, nothing at all. But there's 5 of them that are poisonous. Are you going to take me up on my offer, even though you're starving, to have these nuts? Or are you going to say no, thank you?
God, that's a really good analogy, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I think the issue
my
is
nuts are great.
Yeah, that those do something tasty, by the way.
Yeah,
but
the grand point of like of what I'm trying to get across is not. I'm not saying that every single white person, every single white man only cares about power, but what I am saying that the collective majority has proven this to be a fact enough where if we don't address the collective majority, then no matter how loud the minority may be, they're never going to do anything that's beneficial for Americans, and they're never going to truly care. So we have to address the issue, that the underlying issue for the majority, before we can move away and, you know, highlight the minority. It's kind of the same situation of like, you know, all men. Have you ever heard, like, seen women talk about like all men?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that all the time too. Some of my favorite people on this app run like different backgrounds, and they talk about all men, and I show up in their live and I gift them, and I'm like, stupid men, knowing that like I live by the saying that if it don't apply, let it fly. And I understand the harm that men cause, not only to women, but children and even men. And so overwhelmingly, until we address the overarching issue with men, then it's all men until it's no men. So while I think there may be some quote unquote good ones, there's a bigger issue that we have to address with the entire group before we can start talking about individuals within the group.
Yeah. Especially with that too. Like, I'm also a gender abolitionist, but that's a different conversation. We're kind of derailing. Dang, I guess I kind of agree with you. I mean,
it was the nuts, right? It was the nuts. Yeah. So come on. Okay. Yeah.
I'm further left than you, but yeah, well.
Thank you for the boxing gloves. So
have a good one, guys.
All right. I appreciate you coming up.
I'm kind of more of a communist, but
yeah. I got a bunch of commie friends. They taught me a lot.
So tough though.
They're mad that I'm not a communist. Everyone thinks I'm a communist, but I'm not. And so my communist friends are mad that I'm not a communist, and everyone else is mad because I hang out with a lot of communists.
I heard bourgeois and I was like, this guy knows the lingo.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you coming up.
All right. See ya.
Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. W's in the chat. Holy fuck. W's in the chat. Not you guys going off already. W's in the chat for Adeline for the $7.99 Aussie. Says sending love and support from this Gen X Aussie. Buy yourself a coffee. Absolutely. I actually drink Black and Bold coffee. If you know, you know. W's in the chat for Christine, who just became a late night tuber over on YouTube. W's in the chat for Ghost. I'm just gonna call you Ghost for the $5 super chat to say, from a trans man dealing with the MAGA driven hatred country. Thank you, and Dean and Parker. Seriously, lost my job, but finding the strength. Thank you, friend. I'm glad that you're here. Take care of yourself. Like, that's super important, and just know, like, the community is here and we got your back. W's in the chat for J Dub. Holy shit, J Dub sent a $50 super chat. He said, J Dub said, I don't dislike the background. It's just difficult to see who I'm supporting. Yeah. J Dub, listen, the one thing that I'll say, and I'll say this to anyone that's watching right now, FYI, my background is made to make people uncomfortable. And if you see anything on my background and it makes you feel uncomfortable, then you need to sit in that uncomfortability and figure out why that makes you feel uncomfortable. I promise you there's a reason, and we can figure it out together. But you feeling uncomfortable about what's on my background, it's not a bad thing. Howdy, partner. It's a learning lesson. W's in the chat for Jacqueline for the $1 donation and F racist white POTOS. Howdy, partner. I don't know what POTOS is. And W's in the chat for Jacqueline. Howdy, partner, who sent a $1 donation saying, love everything you do. Thank you so much, friend. Howdy, partner. W's in the chat for Allison for the $5 donation saying, bloody love you, Santana. 3 a.m. here and fighting to stay awake so I can watch you live. Love learning from you, mate. And how do you challenge my thought process and how I see the world? Hashtag grifters of justice. I know that's right. W's in the chat. W's in the chat, guys. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will push the live out to the FYP. Hey, Brooke, you can get the hell out of my request. You know for a fact I'm not bringing you up here. Hi. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? What up, Jay Hops? Hi. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I'm not a Trump supporter, but
Your signal's
I
going
was
in and out,
curious
friend.
about the white women, white supremacy.
Your signal's like really, really bad.
Sorry, what?
Oh, let's go, Blue Bull. Your signal's really bad. Do you have the ability to actually adjust what you're saying?
Is it better now?
Oh, it sounds better. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I was just curious about, I love you and Dean and Parker, but I was curious about like the white supremacy and the white women.
Thank you for the cake. Do you wait? Just for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I am 28.
Okay. And you are a white woman, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you care about white supremacy?
No.
Okay, so then the background's right.
Well, no, sorry. I meant yes, but like, I'm not like, I don't support white supremacy at all.
Thank you for the bouquet. Wait, so do you care about white supremacy? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. How?
Sorry, I was confused by the question.
Oh, good. How? What do you do on a daily basis to fight white supremacy?
I am a mental health therapist and I am a caseworker.
Okay, but what do you do on a daily basis to fight white supremacy?
I try to advocate for my clients in any way that I can. If they are a marginalized group, then I try to, advocate for them, bringing them, like, if they need appointments or, if they need, like, especially with DMH. DMH is a big advocacy point, so.
Hey, do you get paid to do that?
I do.
What do
I'm
you
also
do to
an
fight?
intern.
What do you do to fight white supremacy on a daily basis when you're not getting paid?
Well, when I'm out and I see somebody that's getting treated poorly, then yeah, I'll stick up for them.
What does that look like?
Calling out discrimination.
Hey, do you have family? Mother, father,
I do.
sister, brothers?
Yeah, I do.
Have you ever talked to them about white supremacy and dismantling white supremacy and racism?
So my dad is kind of, it's hard to talk to him about it. He's like a very, it's just hard. It's hard to talk to him.
It's
like,
okay. I mean,
prejudice, definitely.
What do you mean?
He says he's prejudiced. He says he's prejudiced. So.
A couple of quick questions for you.
I don't know if he's trying to like. Yeah.
What is race?
Race is the it kind of encompasses like everything. I feel like it encompasses like a lot of things.
Like what?
Not only skin color, but like demographics, like all of. I see your face.
Oh no, I just make faces. No, I'm just listening and waiting, seriously.
So I feel like it's more of like, it's diversity. So it's more of like, not just race, like not just skin color. It's more of like economics, living situation, ancestry. It's a lot of things. It's not just one thing.
Okay. Who created race?
It's a social construct.
Right, but who created it?
Jim Crow?
No.
I honestly don't really know.
One last question for you. Who'd you vote for in the 2024 presidential election?
2024?
Yeah.
Kamala
Devi Harris. All right. So you were part of the 47%.
Yes.
Got it. Hey, did you hear about the blue bracelets after the election?
No, I did not.
So you know how, okay, so I called you part of the 47%. You know about the 92%, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the 47% is the percentage of white women that voted for Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump, right? And so after the election, because 53% of white women voted for Donald Trump, some of the white women that voted for Kamala Harris wanted to ensure that, like, the black women specifically, black people, period, but black women specifically knew that, like, they were one of the good ones that voted for Kamala Harris and not Donald Trump, so they would know, like, hey, I'm not a part of this group that calls this stuff. And so they was like, yeah, you know, we're going to come up with these, like, really cool blue bracelets that we can wear. And it was signify and let people know, like, hey, you know, I'm a safe space. I didn't vote for Trump. You can trust me. What do you think about those?
I love those.
Why?
Because it lets people know that you're a safe space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to tell me before I say anything about this? Any other reasons why you would deem that you care about white supremacy?
No, I don't care about white supremacy. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm confused about the question. I do care about white supremacy.
Right. Is there anything else you want to tell me as far as why you say you do care about white supremacy?
No.
Okay. You don't care.
Okay, I'm sorry, Santana.
No, it's all good. I'll explain. So first and foremost, race, right? Race, you were just wrong. You kind of said something at the end, but the majority of it was wrong. Race is a social construct that was created for the othering of non-white people. It's based off of socially acceptable phenotypical characteristics. It was actually created for the justification of chattel slavery. It was created by a Portuguese man by the name of Gomes Inês de Zurara. He was a chronicler for Prince Henry the Navigator. He actually went to the Catholic Church and he wanted to justify chattel slavery. And so he told them that he came across these group of people that were hypersexual, animalistic. They were of the lower hemisphere and they needed to be civilized. And the way that they could civilize them was through chattel slavery. And so they went about publishing papal bulls. There's 2 papal bulls that were published by the Catholic Church, which gave justification to not only the Portuguese, but multiple European nations to engage in chattel slavery, right? So understanding like why, like race and racism, white supremacy, like all of it's tied together, right? Also the blue bracelet, no, that's a horrible idea. That's really bad. If someone tries to give you a blue bracelet, throw it back at them, okay?
Okay, I will.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because it doesn't support what you're talking about.
No. A couple of things. One is performative. What does, like, wearing that blue bracelet, what does that do to materially change the reality of anyone who now has to live in the world of like Donald Trump being president?
Nothing.
Exactly. Second thing, can you identify yourself as a safe space, or is it up to the people that you say that you're like advocating for or being an accomplice for to deem you to be a safe space?
I would say I'm a safe space.
Yeah, but can you deem yourself to be a safe space?
Yeah.
How so?
What do you mean deem?
Can you, so would you say that you advocate for marginalized communities like Black people?
Yeah.
Do you think I should trust you because you just told me you're a safe space?
Not necessarily, no.
Why not?
Because I'm white.
No, not just that, because I don't know you and I haven't seen anything that would actually prove that you are a safe space. right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, yeah.
the only thing I'm going off is your word. And, you know, I as the famous poet Sean Carter once said, we don't believe you need more people, right? And so in order to be deemed a safe space, one, you can't declare yourself a safe space. People of that community that you say that you are an accomplice for has to actually deem you to be a safe space. And then even more so, once you're deemed to be a safe space, then they have to actually reaffirm that on a daily basis. Just because you're someone that is deemed to be a safe space today does not necessarily mean that you're a safe space tomorrow. So no, wearing a blue bracelet and telling people, Black people specifically, that you're a safe space for them, that does nothing to change the material reality that we live in. And also that does not mean that we're going to automatically believe that you're a safe space just because you have on a blue bracelet.
Well, so I was gonna say I'm sorry, I didn't really understand the blue bracelet mentality, but I was kind of just talking about like my job and being like a therapist and being like a caseworker and
I don't know if that's really your job. I don't know you.
Okay.
I mean, like, seriously, you told me that that's your job, but I don't know.
No, I know, but I'm talking about just like me personally. Like I would assume I'm a safe space for like people coming to me in therapy.
But what does that matter? Like, I'm not talking about your job. Like your job, again, you get paid to do your job. I'm talking about outside. That's why I said, what do you do outside of like people paying you to actually dismantle white supremacy? Which I got a really big point to talk about with that one. But like the point that I'm trying to get across, and guys, you guys don't have to mute Earthling. He's annoying, but whatever. Where is he at? Yeah, let's unmute Earthling. He's annoying, but whatever. I don't care. Let him yip yap in the chat. Hey, Earthling, I had an amazing steak, medium rare with truffle butter. It was fucking awesome. Sorry. But the point being, is like, you can't deem yourself to be someone that is a safe space for marginalized communities because they have to bestow that on you. You can't just actually like say that. And outside of your job, like, sure, you should absolutely be a safe space, the safe space within your job, because like, that's what you get paid for. But outside of your job is what we're talking about.
Yeah. No,
hey, you know how, like, listen, I'm gonna keep it funky with you, okay?
Sure.
You know why you don't care about white supremacy? Because you can't address it with your dad first.
I can't.
If you really want to actually work on dismantling white supremacy, if you really want to actually stand up and fight the issues that we have within our society, especially for people that like benefit from said things, then you have to actually address them in your home before you address them out for anyone else. And so if you can't actually address the racism and white supremacy that's within your family first, then you can't actually dismantle it for anyone else.
Yeah, no, it's very true. Yep.
Hey, how much have you done with deconstructing?
Deconstructing white supremacy?
Deconstructing whiteness.
I mean, I've gone to like, I don't know, this probably isn't like relevant, but I've gone to like BLM like rallies, and I mean, I don't know if that's
did you do deconstructing at the rally?
What does that entail at the rally?
I don't know. You told me about the rally. Normally when I talk about deconstruction, people talk about like books and literature and studies and stuff like that. I didn't know you was like deconstructing at the rally.
No, yeah, I was just I go to rallies and I just kind of like
I was being facetious, friend. No, you don't deconstruct at
I was
rallies.
gonna say
Yeah.
you were a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. If you truly care about white supremacy and you truly feel like you want to help dismantle these systems that are impacting all marginalized communities and even white people as well, then you have to start with educating yourself, right? You have to start with reading, you have to start with learning, you have to start with growing, and then you have to put things into action, right? When I say action, not only do I mean like connecting with other white people who have gone through this deconstruction process, the people that are doing the work on a daily basis to deem themselves to be safe spaces, but you got to start in your home. You got to have the conversation with your family. You have to actually work within before you can work outside of that structure. So like, if you truly want to be someone who cares about white supremacy, then you have to educate yourself, you have to do the work, and then you would be someone that we say, like, yes, you care about white supremacy. But at this time, can you give me any actual tangible action outside of your job that would make me believe that you care about white supremacy?
I mean, I hate seeing what's going on in the country with white supremacy.
Can you give me one tangible thing outside of your job that shows that you care about white supremacy?
Outside of my job, I can't.
So would it be fair to say that you don't care about white supremacy?
No.
Why not?
Because I still do.
Is it fifis or is it action?
I'm not like, no, it's action. I mean, like, I'm not like.
How is it action? Okay, then if it's action, then give me one thing outside of your job that's tangible that shows that you care about white supremacy.
Well, I was gonna ask you, like, what do you qualify as, like, things outside of my job that would qualify as?
I just told you. I listed a multitude of things: educating yourself, working on deconstructing, dealing with white supremacy inside of your family. Those types of things.
Okay, so I guess I have to talk to my family about it because my dad is not with it. So I guess I have to talk to my dad about it.
I wouldn't start with talking with your dad. I would start with educating yourself. That's just me personally, but you know, do you, boo? I'm just saying, like, it might not go over well if you don't have all the proper tools and haven't properly educated yourself in order to have that conversation with them.
I mean, he's not very educated either, so it probably wouldn't.
Yeah, but like, was it the blind leading the blind? Like, you want to actually know what you're talking about when you have the conversation, right?
Yeah, but he thinks RFK, like, he it's like a whole fucking thing, dude. Like, it's like not even, like, he is like, with RFK, with like the vaccines, like it is like a whole different.
So question.
Different ball game.
Question. Do you think that it shows that you genuinely care if you don't properly take the steps to make sure that the conversations that you have, whether it's with someone who's educated or uneducated, does it really show that you care if you're not even willing to take the steps to educate yourself prior to having those conversations?
No.
And maybe we want to actually educate ourselves before we actually do that.
I know.
Okay. Well, listen, it's a tough pill to swallow. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying that in order to actually verify that, like, hey, I actually care, it's more than just lip service. You got to actually do the thing. And so, again, doing the thing starts with educating yourself, starts with getting with other people who have worked on deconstructing, and then, you know, go forward from there. So again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying, like, hey, you got some work to do, right?
I love you, Parker and Dean.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey.
All right. Have a good one. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. You're only looking for some debates. Guys, again, listen, not gonna hold you. Some people, you know, hey, there's gonna be some uncomfortable truths, but I think it's super important for us to talk about these things because, you know, it's kind of how the cookie crumbles. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. I don't know if this person's gonna load. What do you guys? How much you want to bet that? Oh, I was gonna say I don't think this person. I was more than positive they were gonna slur. Like they were gonna slur for sure. Like they were gonna definitely slur. They had a monkey as a PFP. They were gonna slur for sure. Mm-hmm. 45, 47. Yeah. I'm. Thank you. I'm gonna check it in a moment. I just want to get someone up here really quick before I do that. But yeah, I don't think this person's gonna load. Guys, if anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links, and Linktree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Cindy Lou. Actually, it's Cindy McCoy. Cindy McCoy, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Cindy, are you? No. All right, I'm going to drop you down. 45, 47. Let's try this person. Guys, keep tapping the screen if you don't mind. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 300,000 likes. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? His at vids. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? All right. It's a lot of people falling asleep at the wheel. What's happening? Thank you for the heart hands. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I just want to ask a clarifying question, is all.
Are you a Trump supporter or you disagree with something on the background?
No, I'm definitely not a Trump supporter, but I do just want to ask a clarifying question about the thing on the backboard, is all.
Wait, which point are you seeking clarification for? And do you
it's just
disagree with it?
You mean for white man for nothing but power? Do you mean specifically white elite? Because I absolutely agree. But
no, I'm talking about all of them, gang. The whole bunch.
For real?
Yep.
I don't know if you're playing or not, because I know you do live.
No, I'm dead ass.
Really? Dang.
Are you white?
I just wanted to yeah, but I'm
you want
kind of.
You want to debate me on it?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't even 100% disagree. I just wanted to know what you meant exactly.
All right, I'll drop you down then.
All right.
Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It is only one coin. We'll boost the live, push us out to the FYP. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
So I requested up as a friendly that disagrees with the moderate Dems hate our country.
Okay.
I came up, and me and you have talked before. I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
Okay, perfect. Can you give me 2 seconds to thank a couple of people and then we'll get into it?
Of course.
All right. W's in the chat for J-Dub for the $20 super chat to say, it's not the background. I just like to see who I'm supporting. I got it. All good. All good. W's in the chat for Olivia. What up, Olivia? Who sent a $5 donation saying, as a white woman, I will always uphold white supremacy until I die, no matter how much deconstruction I do. It's an active fight. It's an active fight. The only way that we can get rid of it is by getting rid of white supremacy. Got to do it together, though. W's in the chat for Lisa for the $3 donation saying, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. W's in the chat for Stephen. I'm sorry, not Stephen. Steven, who sent a $3 donation saying, hey, hi, I'm Steve, a disabled America. Thank you for all that you do. I finished convincing my inner circle about white supremacy recently. Now I need one of your white friends to give me more resources. For now, I will support how I can. Absolutely, guys. Steve, if you're in the chat, if you can just say, hi, I'm Steve or whatever, I got a bunch of really dope white friends that could help. Seriously, I got the best white people in the community. I got the best. We got some elite whites. We got some elite whites in our community. So we got you, Steve. W's in the chat for Steve. W's in the chat as well for Olivia, who sent a $10 donation saying, appreciate hearing these conversations, Santana. Absolutely. W's in the chat. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for J-Dub for the $50 super chat said one more time, why is the background blurry? Why is the background important? It's all blurry to me. Oh, the background. So what I do, which is a little bit different than other people, J-Dub, is instead of just saying like, why do you support Trump? Why do you support Trump? I try to actually have like a background and a theme and things that I think it's important to talk about. And so while I do talk about like politics, I talk about social issues, I talk about like things that are practical and things that are affecting like us as a whole. So I do different backgrounds. And so I don't talk about the same topic from week to week to week. Every week or so, I change up the entire background and have different things. And so it gives people opportunity where if they are on the opposite end of the political spectrum from me, then they can come up and debate it. But it also leaves room for people who are on the same side as me to come up and debate it as well. And my entire premise of the background is just like stress testing people and the way that they think. So that's what it is. Debbie's in the chat. Thank you so much, J-Dub. Debbie's in the chat for Jacob for the $10 super chat to say, what are your thoughts on the Trump account? I've never trusted free money, and I don't want my daughter to have something that there's a catch to. There's a catch. There's always a catch. There's economics says there's no such thing as a free lunch. There are some small returns. It's not like, to be honest, I don't know what the overall catch is for, but I do know that it doesn't give that big of a high return. It's worth looking into a little bit more. I haven't done any deep dive, but there's always a catch. Anyway, W's in the chat, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out, guys. 1.9 thousand people hanging out here. Look up at the top. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Turn on notifications. We're on our way to 200,000 followers. So please, please, please hit that follow button. Turn on notifications. If you're over on YouTube, give the VOD a thumbs up, but make sure you're subscribing as well. All right. So, Michael, you said you disagree with the premise that moderate Democrats care about our country. Tell me why you say that. Or don't care about our country. Sorry.
So you're saying that moderate Democrats do not care about our country.
Yep.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a very, very, very deep red stronghold. I live in Minnesota's 6th district. Tom Emmer is our representative. He won by anywhere from 62 up to like 68%, I think, was his highest every 2 years. I don't think anyone has a chance of running against him and being successful by any metric without being a moderate Democrat.
Why?
Because of the demographic we have up here. I live in a very majority white conservative demographic. It's wildly white, wildly conservative, pretty young too. I mean, I live in a pretty like lower than the average age of Minnesota, and running on our current Democrat ticket, the guy is running on abolish ICE, restrict gun laws, and I don't think he has a chance to come close to beating him. And I think you can find plenty of moderate Democrats like myself. I consider myself a moderate Democrat that would have a fighting chance if I ever did decide to get involved, which I doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
And what would make you think that me wouldn't care about this country? Because I consider myself a moderate Democrat.
Yeah. I got you. Just to verify, so you're like reach across the aisle, Big Tent, 100%. Like, yeah, okay, cool.
I think we have more in common with a lot of people on the other side than they think.
I got a question. You like wrestling?
I did as a kid. I haven't watched it. I mean, I had a Scotty Too Hotty hat as a kid.
What? Turn it up.
So,
Banging it, banging it, banging it, banging it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. So you didn't watch WrestleMania over the weekend?
I did not. I haven't watched it in probably 20 years, 25 years.
All right. Who's your favorite wrestler growing up?
I don't even remember. I went to one WWE, still WWF at the time. I honestly don't even remember. The only thing I remember ever like being part of was having that Scotty 2 Hotty hat.
Okay.
That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah, too cool.
So I love Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. Austin 316. Got it. You know who Triple H is?
That's actually my birthday. What is it?
You remember Triple H? Yeah. Hey, who do you think held the title longer, Austin or Triple H?
I have not a clue. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Austin. No, Triple H.
Yeah. Austin was, for the most part of his career, even though he was like anti-villain or whatever, he was a face, right? And Triple H was a heel for most of his career. And Triple H actually had some of the longest title runs in, WWE history. The reason why I bring this up, right, is because, wrestling is scripted. You got the faces and you got the heels. And the interesting thing about the dynamic when it comes to professional wrestling is the bad guy tends to have the title longer than the good guy, right? And it's for the storyline, right? The storyline dictates that the good guy, the face, if you just put the title on him and the good guy wins all the time, then it's no good, right? But the bad guy, you put the belt on the bad guy, they can lie, cheat, steal, Latino heat, right? They can actually give the good guy something to strive for. And so the good guy keeps getting knocked down, but he keeps coming back, and knocked down, but he keeps coming back. And there's a success story. And so when Austin finally won the title from Triple H, the pop was crazy, right? Because Austin had to go through the corporation. Austin had to go through DX. He had to go through all of these other challenges before he finally made it to Triple H and took the belt off of him. And that's storyline, right? You get it? That's storyline.
I get it. Yeah.
Do you think that Austin would be as successful without a good heel, Triple H, or Triple H would be that good without a good face in Austin? Do you think they need each other in order to complete the storyline?
I honestly don't know. It's been so long. I don't even know.
The answer is yes. Yes, you need an antagonist and a protagonist. That's any type of storyline. Yeah.
You need the villain in the story.
What if I told you that politics is you're getting work. You're getting work, brother. You worked yourself into a shoot, and the Republicans are the heels, and the Democrats are the faces. And the way that the dynamic works is that the moderate Democrats tend to say like, hey, those Republicans, those are the bad guys. Those are the ones that we have to go after. Those bad people are stopping you from having universal health care, stopping you from having affordable housing, stopping you from actually being able to feed your kids. And if you send me a little bit more money to my donations, to my campaign, hey, I'm going to run and I'm going to take down the bad guys. But then they win the title and nothing changes until Triple H takes the title back. And that's the dynamic with moderate Democrats and Republicans.
So you're strictly talking from people already elected in office then, correct?
I'm talking about the premise as far as being moderate. There's no actual benefit that being moderate or being conservative has yielded for the American people as a whole. there's no actual progression that has happened due to moderate or conservative values within the last overall 60 years. The greatest example of that is the ACA. What was the first intended purpose for the ACA?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory.
The ACA was supposed to be a stepping stone to universal health care, right? And over the entire time since the ACA has been in place, the Republican Party has tried to repeal it over 60 times. Now, the Democrats, the faces, they stood up and they stopped them from getting rid of the ACA. But can you name one substantial change that has occurred to the ACA since it was created?
Nothing other than failed attempts to get rid of it.
Right. There's been no progression. There's no universal health care. That's because moderate Democrats are so busy as far as like actually reaching across the aisle, playing by the rules, not actually progressing things as that we need for the American public. So the point that I'm getting across is that if you call yourself a moderate Democrat and you want to toe the line, I'm not saying that like understanding the demographic as far as where you are and where you live and all this other stuff. Like, I understand winning elections, but I also understand that us passing around the baton from the Republican Party to moderate Democrats, i.e. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, the status quo, the only thing that's going to do is give us a little bit of a reprieve from Donald Trump and MAGA until it's their turn again. The only way that we can actually make a complete shift within our country or our society is through actual progressive measures. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm okay with lying to stupid people to do good stuff for them. So I will lie to them and then force universal health care on them. I will lie to them and then force a free public option for higher education. I will lie to them and then give them food securities, higher federal minimum wage. I will lie to stupid people and then force the good stuff on them because the Republican people are lying to stupid people and harming everybody.
Do you think Obama was a moderate Democrat?
Yes. I think Barack Obama for his time, I think he was transformative for his time, but like, I don't think that he did enough to push the political spectrum or like completely shift the Overton window. And he opened up the door for what we have today. And I think that I think Joe Biden was the most moderate of moderates. And don't get me wrong, he passed some of the most monumental legislation within United States history. But all of the work that he did is being undone by the Trump administration because he was so moderate, because they refused to actually hold those people who tried to overthrow our country accountable, because they, didn't force things through. We don't have a bipartisan border bill. Like, I think that understanding the dynamic of where we are today, like, it really boils down to this. Either you're fascist or you're not. And Donald Trump is a fascist. The Republican Party, MAGA, they're fascist. And you have to stand in opposition and actively fight the fascists. You can't both sides fascists. You can't both sides Nazis. You can't both sides Christian nationalists. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to stand firmly on progressive values and push forward to actually shift our country to a place where it's going to be better, not to where it used to be.
So your biggest contention then is not moderate policy, but current moderate, or who claim to be moderate Democrat elected leaders.
No, it's all of it,
including moderate policy.
What's moderate policy?
I would consider abolish ICE radical.
Okay.
I don't support as a Democrat. I'm pretty
okay. But what's
liberal.
What's moderate policy?
Putting guardrails on ICE would be moderate policy. I don't think going out and campaigning on abolish ICE, and especially in a district that I live in, would be taken well at all. I think that is a losing strategy and is what our current Democrat frontrunner is running on. And I don't think he has a chance.
How does moderate policies benefit marginalized communities?
I guess it would depend on what policy we're talking about.
Can you name one moderate policy that's overwhelmingly benefited marginalized communities? And one of the greatest progressive policies ever passed was the Civil Rights Act. That wasn't moderate. I mean,
I agree.
Like, if you look at anything that's going to be transformative, like, see, this is the thing. No offense, but white men in America can afford to be moderate. When you look at things through the lens of intersectionality, Black people, we can't afford to be moderate. We have to fight for progression. The queer community, they can't be moderate. They have to fight for progression. The people with disabilities, they can't be moderate. They have to fight for progression. We don't have the luxury of dealing with moderate policies or being moderate, because being moderate means that everyone else that's marginalized continues to be oppressed, continues to be marginalized to a greater extent. If we're not moving forward, then we're moving backwards. And so we can't afford to hope to go back to normal or status quo. We have to fight for progression. I don't vote Democrat because I'm a Democrat. I vote Democrat because I believe in harm reduction and I believe in progression. And the only party of the two-party system that we have that has any type of idea of progression when it comes to our country is the Democratic Party, because the Republican Party is trying to like move us back to the 1920s, and shit wasn't so great in the 1920s for Black people. So I'm not really fucking with that. So.
Do you think Roe v. Wade was a moderate policy?
Yep.
I mean, I would consider that.
It was moderate because, one, it wasn't an actual bill. Like it was just a court hearing that was upheld, right? It was the law of the land. Two, wow, it's groundbreaking to say women should have bodily autonomy. Like, what are we doing? Like, there's no other piece of legislation that dictates the man's body, but like giving credit to a piece of, or not even a piece of legislation, but a hearing, a court case that somehow grants women bodily autonomy. Like, that's insane. So, like, no, a progressive policy would be codifying Roe and ensuring that women have access to abortion in every single state. Like that would be progressive because we've moved backwards. Yes, case law. That's what it is. Case law. Sorry.
I agree. But I mean, the whole idea was to codify it into law.
But why wasn't it codified?
Because there was too much. I don't know if they would have got the votes. I don't know when the last time they would have got the votes was.
Whose responsibility was it to codify it?
Under what administration?
No, whose responsibility was the two-party system? Who wanted to codify it? No. The two-party system. The two-party system. Who wanted it codified?
Oh, the Democrats.
Okay, so if the Democrats didn't get Roe codified, then they actually let us down, right?
Would they have been able to? I mean, I don't know numbers. Would they have been able to codify it? I mean, when was the last time they had the numbers?
A supermajority?
A supermajority to be able to do it.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do it in a long time.
I can't remember.
The last time there was a supermajority, there was a slight supermajority over Obama. The point being, though, like, is it's the same old song and dance. It's the story that's like as old as time. You give moderate Democrats an out and you say, well, you can't do this because of that. You can't do this because of that. The one thing that I say about the Republican Party, they are incompetent. They are cruel. Mm-hmm. They are, self-centered. But when the Republican Party has power, they swing that hammer. They never miss an opportunity to pass something that's overwhelmingly harmful but beneficial to them. That's why they got the largest transfer of wealth in United States history passed with the BBB. So yes, they would have taken a supermajority to codify it, but I say this all the time. The responsibility of the people and the responsibility to govern falls on the people in power. So I don't care if you're a Democrat and you have the power and you say, well, I can't do this because of the Republicans. Fuck that, get it done. Like, I don't play the excuses as far as saying like, well, we can't pass this, we can't do this because the other side won't let us do it. No, you have the power. You were elected. It's your responsibility to do the things. So that's not an excuse for me that they haven't had a supermajority. It's simply just indicative of what moderate Democrats have been about. They're weak. And I'm just being honest. Moderate Democrats are weak. They're not fighters. They want the status quo. They want to uphold the current political system because that gives them power and that gives them money. And they're not going to do anything that benefits everyday Americans. And even more, they're not going to actually fight the things that the Republican Party is doing to harm everyday Americans. The only thing that they're going to do is give people enough crumbs to say, hey, we're the good guys, while not actually doing anything to benefit anyone.
I looked it up. You were right. The last supermajority was...
Mm-hmm. And it was a short period. Like it was like a couple of weeks. Like, because there was like a member that was sick and then I think died, and it was like a whole thing. But still, like that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so it was right on that 60 mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the last time it was 60 was 2009.
Yeah,
that's the last time.
The point being, right?
Do you think? Right.
Being moderate won't reshape where we are as a society. We're at the edge of existential crisis. And if we don't make some type of real change right now, our country is going to collapse. And that's not just me like saying that because, oh, Donald Trump is bad or whatever. No. Like all historical trends tell us that our country is literally on the brink of collapse and we have to have some type of real change. Yes, Sean, being moderate is pro-fat. I already said that, Sean. Sean, I told him either I told you it's two sides. Either you're with the fascists or you're with us. Like there's you can't, like I said, you can't.
Do you think
you can't on both sides?
Congress a moderate? Do you think they're going into Congress a moderate and just get fucked?
Say it again?
Just get fucked into being. Do you think they go into Congress as a moderate and then just get steamrolled into being part of the radical right or radical left?
No, I think most politicians. I think most politicians don't care about their constituents or people. I think most politicians just want to do their time and collect their check.
Even at the beginning.
Yeah. The political system is a pathway to the private sector. And like they even say that they have this thing where it's called doing your time, right? Where people go into the political system and then they move into the private sector, unless you get like one of those cushy senator seats or one of those cushy, Supreme Court justice seats. Like then you're riding that out forever. But I think a lot of people has turned politics into a way of making money. And so since you can make money off of it, since, Citizens United, people are more than willing to actually go into the political system and enrich themselves while not actually doing anything for the people that they were elected to do things for.
How do you fix it? I think it'll take a moderate Democrat to flip this seat. How do you fix it?
Well, I think it would be a little hyperbolic for me to talk about your local seat specifically. I mean, I don't have all the information. I tend to look at things on a larger scale. And I am still of the same mind. Sean, they're not ready for that. Sean's right. But if you don't want revolution, then that's a whole, I don't think you're ready.
Revolution how?
Yeah, I don't think you're ready for that conversation. No, Sean, not everybody is ready for the conversation yet. But Sean is right. Anyway, Sean's always right. But what I will say is in this moment in time, there's no way to fix it. Now we can make things better, but there's no way to fix it, because in order to fix it, you know, to the wall, some people are going to have to go. But I think that, like I said, people have looked at me sideways when I've said this, but I really, really, really mean this, right? I don't care about lying to stupid people to do good things. And I truly mean that. I truly mean that. I will lie to stupid people. And whatever I have to tell these stupid people in order to do good stuff, I will do that. So if I have to tell, hey, if you vote for us, we're going to make gas 99 cents a gallon. Hey, if you vote for us, everybody gets a new Ford Raptor. Hey, if you vote for us, like everybody gets to marry their cousins or whatever the fuck they like. I don't care what it is. I will lie to them to force good stuff on them. But the biggest thing is, like, we have to actually have some type of progression, right? The funny thing is, even about the ACA, right? The subsidies that were provided within the ACA were overwhelmingly positive across the board. And this wasn't just like a Democrat thing. Like Republicans, MAGA Republicans love the ACA subsidies, but they weren't extended because, like, you know, money, donors, and all this other stuff. But like, give the people the shit that they really want. Like, give them the things that really matter to them. Give people access to healthcare. Give people access to food. Give people access to social mobility, and then they'll vote for you.
I agree. I mean, I'm all for it. The lie, the cheat, the steal to win. I guess that's what that is what Donald Trump ran on. Lie, cheat, and steal. I
mean, like, again,
and he catered to stupid people. He catered to people that fell for 3-word slogans, and you know,
not most people.
Moderate Democrat.
Most people are selfish, and unless you tell them directly what you're going to do for them, then they're not going to actually be receptive to anything. But again, like, can you tell me one moderate Democrat today that's actively doing anything to stop what Donald Trump and his regime is doing? Just one moderate Democrat.
I think John Ossoff is a fairly moderate Democrat. I mean, he's not in office. I mean, he's running.
Yeah, he's a senator. I mean, like, he's a little bit more progressive than like others, but like, what is he doing to actually tangibly stop this Trump administration?
I mean, are you talking about like actually voting against it? I mean, I don't know what more they could do besides use their vote.
Hey, they got to figure that shit out, right? I mean, because like the point being, the leadership. You talk about the overall leadership. The reason why, like, the little bit of leverage that we had when it came to like holding the Republican Party accountable with the subsidies for the ACA. Like, Chuck Schumer and 8 Democratic senators gave up the game, gave up the little bit of leverage that we had, right? And so that's the problem. So if they're not going to be real fighters and actually, like, not only vote for the, you know, what's funny? I watched this video. You know what South Korea did to their former president?
Not a clue.
The former president of South Korea tried to coup the country. That sounds familiar. And, you know, they not only did they lock him up, I think they sent him to the wall. Didn't they send the former South Korean president to the wall? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, no. So hold on. Oh, they tried to send him to the wall, but he didn't get it. But they gave him life in prison. They did try to send him to the wall, but it says that it was subvert by constitutional order, And so they settle with life in prison. To the wall, yeah, they got to make them face the wall. But the point being is, like, what's happening in our country, not only is the Republican Party draining our country dry, as far as like stealing from people, they're actively murdering American citizens. They're murdering people around the globe. They're like overwhelmingly harming they're threatening every norm within our Constitution, like all of these things. And so my point being is, you know, like, I don't see any type of fire, passion, or fight from any one in Congress enough to like go steal bills to like defy, you know, Congress and say, fuck that, I'm not getting off this House floor. No, I'm not letting this vote happen. No, I'm not doing, like, there's no real fight. So
that's pretty hard to do when you have a hierarchy of people that are stopping you.
No, it's not.
When you have leadership, I mean, look at new members of Congress that literally can't even introduce bills.
No, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. You know what it is that they choose to live inside of the political system instead of breaking it. Like they choose to follow status quo, even though they may say like, oh, I don't like status quo, but that's a decision. Like that's a decision. I told Rokana one of the things that got cut out of my debate with him was me telling him that everything that, well, they got the part of me calling the Democrats performative, but like they don't actually do anything and they're not actually fighting. And I told him face to face, like the Democratic Party, they just talk and they don't actually do anything. And so it's the responsibility of them to actually stand up and fight. Stop sitting here going within the same like norms. And what the one thing that I will say, and I've said that like after Rokana and I had that debate, he started talking more about calling out other people. I said, why aren't you calling out those people in Congress that know the same things that you know, but are sitting on their hands and not doing anything? And like ever since then, he's been calling people out directly, like holding people accountable in public. Like stop making backdoor deals and do it in the daylight. So like,
do you think you're trying to find the unicorn though?
Say it again.
Do you think you're trying to find the unicorn in the room, like the fairy tale ending?
No, I'm just trying to get people.
I don't see that as possible.
I'm just trying to get people to do what they were elected to do. They're public officials. They're literally that's what they're public officials, and they work for us. And somewhere a while ago, they fucking forgot that they're public officials and they work for us. And they think that like they work for their donors, they work for the lobbyists, they work for themselves. No, fuck that. You work for us. You report to us. They forgot that they work for us. And I'm just trying to say like, hey, fucking wake up call.
I think they go in like that. And I think they get steamrolled into going along with the status quo.
Yeah, well, that just means we need more.
I mean, that might be the broken system you're talking about. I mean, for example, like you talk the revolution. I mean, how long have you heard? I mean, we're probably close to the same age. No, how long have you heard? If we all stop paying taxes, if we all stop paying taxes, everything, you know, they would listen to us.
You know what it is? It's because people are scared. I got a person in the comments that if I gave her the platform and we all collectively gave her the time, attention, and money, in 5 years, she would have a complete plan for revolution. See, the problem is that people talk about revolution without a plan and without a clear understanding of what that actually means. There's a difference between revolution and being an accelerationist. Accelerationists just want shit to burn. Revolutionary wants liberation for everyone. There's a huge difference. And we need more people who want liberation than we want people to either have status quo or just let shit burn.
I don't see that as anytime soon.
That's because you're scared.
You know, I don't. The problem is you need big numbers.
The country is going to collapse.
You've heard it forever. Like I said, if we all stop paying our taxes, they'd listen to us.
I don't
know how
think
many people you need.
I don't think you hear me. The country's going to collapse. Like I try not to say this out loud too much, but I need people to understand what the fuck is happening. The country will collapse. And this isn't just like me saying, I'm not saying this because of Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. We're literally, our country is built on a house of cards, and it's in the end game. And when I say in the end game, maybe another 10 years at most. Dead ass serious. Not even joking. If you look at all
metric though,
if you take a look at a multitude of things, one, if you take a look at the actual average of nations, right? Most nations only last 250 years. Our country is currently in the 250th year. But then even bigger than that, the last 5 global superpowers that had the centralized currency of the world, the United States of America is doing the exact same thing as the last 5 global superpowers that caused them to collapse. And this collapse is not predicated on Donald Trump or the Republican Party. It's predicated on the history of our country, the deals that we've made, the social inequities that we have, the economic disparities that we have, the fact that we're becoming more isolationist, the fact that we are perpetuating the military industrial complex. All of these things combined are the factors that cause the last 5 global superpowers to collapse. And we're doing the exact same shit.
What's the wheel that shows like the stages of a country, like the printing money, the
I know what you're talking about.
Inflation. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of the wheel, and I believe it, and I believe we're. I don't know about 10 years. I don't know about 50 years, but is it like the reset theory or something? It's.
Somebody, excuse me, give me a second here. Hey, Archibald the Great, come up here. I can't send you a request to come up here because you got your request off, but you are muted. And you know what? I'm going to mute you for this entire time. Come up here and tell me about it. You said Santana got 25 degrees and a 6 Sigma. Why on TikTok all day? First and foremost, you're a fucking fan. If you know the nugget about me having a Lean Six Sigma certification, then yeah, you're a fucking fan. And it's not just Lean Six Sigma. I'm a green belt. You know, put some respect on my shit. But yeah, you're a fan. Come up here and talk to me about it. Anyway.
What is it? What's this? What's your?
I'm a Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma green belt certification. It's the actual process. It's like a project management certification that deals with eliminating waste. And so it's ways of like streamlining processes and like it's a bunch of boring shit. Don't worry about it. It was just like somebody in the comments. So, but anyway,
it was Ray Dalio, the equity was that wheel I was talking about.
Yeah,
that shows all the stages: the new order, or peace and prosperity, debt and wealth, conflict, and I mean, I would say that we're in step 4, internal conflict and money printing. I don't think we're at loss of reserve currency or global influence.
We are.
You think we're there?
Why do they keep trying to move us to a crypto reserve? Have you seen? No.
Why do they want to?
Yeah, it's because the dollar's collapsing. Not only is the dollar collapsing, but more countries are looking to trade outside of the dollar.
So you think we're at step 5?
Yep.
Step 6 is your revolution, civil war or collapse.
Yep.
We're coming up on step 6.
People aren't gonna keep taking shit over and over and over. I'm telling you, like, honestly, either people are gonna give marginalized communities liberation or they're gonna take it. There's no in between. People are tired of living the same day in, day out. The millennials and younger are the first generation who not only have a negative disposition towards the country, but also don't have the financial ties to the country. Gen Z, yeah, they don't have the financial ties to the country because they don't have money. They don't own homes. They don't have wealth. And so these generations are primed for revolution because there's nothing connecting them to this country that's beneficial. And now you got an administration saying like, hey, go fight this war for me. Go die in this war for me. Motherfucker, for what?
I couldn't agree more. I'm part of that. Are you a millennial?
Yeah, I'm a millennial.
I mean, I was born in 90.
I was born in 87.
Millennials go back that how? Are you like first year of millennial?
I don't know where I am, but I'm a millennial. I was born in 87. I remember when PowerPoint was a big thing. It was a big deal. Anyway, I think that like at this point, I think we kind of hit like a logical conclusion of the debate, and I appreciate you coming up, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and move on to someone else.
All right, I hope step 6 does not come in the near future.
Yeah, well, I'll just say there has to be some type of dramatic change. So, all right, but I appreciate you coming up.
That's step 6.
Absolutely.
See you, man.
Yep, have a good one. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you are a friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart meat. It's only one coin. It'll boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yes, I disagree with something on the background.
Okay. What do you disagree with?
I disagree with the white men, nothing but power.
That's interesting. Are you a white woman?
Yes. Do you need my age for TikTok reasons?
Sure. What's your age?
I'm 19, January 11th, 2007.
Okay, I'll allow it. Can you give me a couple of seconds just to say thank you to a couple of people and then we can get into it?
Okay.
W's in the chat for Megan. Megan sent $1 donation saying, I would probably vote for you as my president. I don't know about that. Listen, we've all, as a matter of fact, FYI, for anyone that doesn't know, we've already made the decision that Sean is going to be the president. So everybody needs to get behind that. And as a matter of fact, everybody needs to always remind Sean that we are electing her to be the president. So Sean for president. Anyway, it said, I agree with everything you said. I'm trying so hard to wake up more people around me and no one cares. It's tough, but I get it. But thank you so much for being here, friend. I appreciate the hell out of you. W's in the chat for Sanja. Sanja sent a $5 donation saying, love listening to you while I do housework. Got a lot of some political issues here in Australia, and the U.S. politics bleeds over heavily, especially live listening to you about race. And I'm trying to apply what I learned. Absolutely. I know that's right. W's in the chat for you. W's in the chat for Emily for the $2 donation saying, Emily, never say that first part ever again, ever. Thank you. $2 is a lot of money, especially in this economy. Things are rough. Thank you. I truly mean that. It's my B-Day. Happy birthday. Hey, Emily, you the birthday. It's my birthday and I'm feeling low, and stuck in the mud because of our country. Thank you for a glimmer of hope. Listen, Emily, things are really rough right now and shit sucks, but it's still your birthday. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Go take a shot or something. W's in the chat for Emily, guys. I want to see $1 million in the chat. I'm not $1 million, $1 million W's in the chat for Emily. Fucking W's in the chat for Chelsea. Chelsea sent a $25 donation saying, I thoroughly enjoy your lives because you don't only debate MAGA. I've learned so much from you and I've been able to deconstruct even more. I'm a white woman who was Republican before Trump. I know that's right. The more knowledge I gain, the more radical left I become. Thank you for what you do. That's kind of what happens. That's kind of what happens. Go talk to Cadre though. Like you want to see radical, go talk to them. They can hook you up. And last but not least, guys, holy fuck. W's in the chat for Scott. W's in the fucking chat for Scott. Scott sent a $50 donation, massive $50 donation, saying maybe Pritzker and Tellerico in 28. That sounds horrible, friend. With at least as equally qualified women surrounding the cabinet. I'm concerned about the fact that Trump defeated women in both of his wins as a secure white man. Insecure white men are such snowflakes. Carry on. Yeah. No, I think that is a horrible ticket. I think I'm not gonna hold you. I get what you're saying, but that's a horrible ticket. W's in the chat for Scott. W's in the chat for all the donors, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you is the best way to support the live. And if you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that one out. All right. You said you disagree with white men only care about power.
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
I feel like it's a stereotype associated with the top 1% of white men, not all men.
No, I didn't say all men. I said white men. So you're talking about all white men?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, is that it? You got anything else you want to say? Thank you for the hard heads.
And also, I am currently majoring in graphic design. Could I possibly remake your background?
I don't know about that one. Are you saying my background's trash?
It's just a little confusing.
Okay. Tell me why. Yeah. All right. Let's. As far as your premise, right? With just the top 1%. I guess the easiest way to have the conversation is to go here. I'm going to put this on the screen, and I want you to tell me what you see. Dang it, where is it? Where did I put that thing? Where's the thing with my bob? Okay, you know what? Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I got to find a thing. Give me a second. Let me find a thing. But while I'm finding the thing, guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. It will boost the live. Push us out to the FYP. Turn on notifications so you know when we go live, because we go live all the time. And even more than that, I got some really cool shit coming up, like some super cool shit coming up. I'm in contact with actually 2 members of Congress right now. I got some stuff planned with them, and I got some trips that I'm going to be actually heading on, which is going to give us the ability to expand our reach. So if you like to support, listen, if you like to support, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Everything that we do is going to be paid out of pocket. So if you want to help out with the cool shit, consider donating. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. All right. Boom. You see this? Oh, did she run? Son of a gun. I had just... I just got that set up. Dagnammit. Dang it. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin and will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Jaden? Jaden!
Hold up. Hello?
You a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I am.
How old are you for TikTok purposes?
18. Born in 2007. Birthday's May 18th.
Okay. Did you want to debate a point on the background, or did you want to talk about Trump?
Well, I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay. Tell me why you still support Donald Timothy Trump today.
Because I'm pro-choice. I believe in deportation. And I believe homosexuality is a mental illness. And same with trans.
I believe. Wait, are you a white man?
I am a white man.
Okay. I think 18-year-old white men don't know shit about shit and couldn't find their asshole even with a flashlight. How about that? How you feel about that?
Whatever you want to believe, bro.
Yeah. I got a serious question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Why should I care about any of those things that you just said?
Why should you care?
Yeah, like serious question. I'm not even being facetious. Like, why should I care about any of those things that you just said?
Like pro-choice?
No, like anything, any of the words that just fell out of your mouth.
Dying.
No, like listen to what I'm saying. From what you just said, Jaden, the stuff that just fell out of your mouth. Tell me why I should care about the stuff that fell out of your mouth specifically. Not about
because
those things.
Because it's all facts.
It's not.
It is.
Everything that you said is based in your fifis.
That's not true.
Absolutely.
Abortions are murder. That's a fact.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right.
Oh, my bad. Pro-life. That's my fault.
Yeah, sure. How about this? If I can prove you wrong on your first thing that you said, then you concede that no one should give a fuck about anything else that you said. Deal?
Sure, bro. Sure.
Okay. Perfect. So you think abortion is murder?
I do.
Okay. Where is the premise of abortion being murder? Where is that rooted in? Is that rooted in like your religion? Is that rooted in the Constitution? Where's your morality come from?
It's rooted in, I believe that a fetus is considered a human life.
So is that rooted in your religious belief?
That's rooted in
like
science.
a constitution. So, okay. So you think a fetus is a human life. So
yeah,
your actual premise as far as human life is substantiated by what? Because when you talk about a fetus, in order to be deemed quote unquote human life, it has to be able to sustain itself. So if it's not past the point of viability, then it can't be an actual human life, right? Because anything outside of the womb that can't survive on its own is just a parasite.
So do you believe a newborn baby is a parasite?
I believe all babies are parasites, but that's beside the point. The question I have for you is your premise, is as far as it being a human being, are you saying that it's only based in science?
It's also based on my religion, but that's
I knew it. There we go. There we go. So you believe in the Bible.
I didn't bring it up.
No, you didn't. You tried to run from it because you knew that saying that wasn't going to be good. So if we can both establish that when it comes to a human life, it has to be able to sustain life outside of the actual host, right? That the Bible book, Jeebus. When does the Bible constitute actual life that is protected by rights?
Well, the Bible says all life is the same. Everybody's equal in God's eyes.
No, the Bible book says a lot of different shit, but like, be specific. When does the Bible grant personhood?
From before they're even concepted. God knows what's going to happen before it even happens.
Yeah, but that's not when the Bible deems it to be a person. Yeah, we know like Sky Daddy know everything and all that good shit, but that's not what we're saying. When does the Bible classify personhood?
I don't even know for real.
Why should I take you serious again?
Because you told anyone to join.
No, that's not why I should, like that you join, like that's fine, but that doesn't mean I got to take you serious. Like that yes, at first breath the chat gave it to you. Hey, serious question though. Like I'm not even trying to like down you. I'm just saying like I really don't see a reason to. Okay. All right, how about this? You don't have
to, gang.
How about this? I know it is. I know it is. I'm trying to give you a little bit of grace.
So why are you asking? Why are you asking a stupid question?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just pointing out how stupid you are. Like, so what I was trying to do, what I was trying to do before was grant you grace. Now I'm about to get into some old gangster shit and just clown you because you don't know shit about shit, but yet you're up here trying to talk about women's body. Hey, question for you. So you said that you think, what makes abortion murder?
Because it's killing a future human life.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? What is murder?
The act of killing someone.
No, it's not. See, I told you, you don't know shit about shit. You don't know the fucking Bible. You don't know the law. You don't know anything. What is murder?
The act of killing someone, gang.
No, it's not, you fucking donut. It's the unjust ending of a human life. You donut. You don't know shit.
That's your opinion.
No, that's the actual law. Go look it up.
No.
Exactly. No. How the fuck are you going to come up here and debate something and you don't know anything?
Murder and killing are the same thing in my eyes.
Go look it up. Listen.
And I believe that abortion. I don't
give a shit what you believe because you don't know things. You don't get to speak anymore until you go look up what the definition of murder is. Go. Shoo. Teacup. Go look it up. W's in the chat for Ricardo for the $2 donation saying couldn't watch yesterday because I worked a 13-hour shift while being sick. Effing Paulin and Trump. I know that's right. But how was the steak the other day? Peace, bro. It was really good. My mother-in-law and my auntie-in-law, my wife, everyone had a great time. I was so happy to be able to actually spend time with them and, show them a good time. So the steak was fucking awesome. W's in the chat for Charlotte for the $10 super chat to say, appreciate you fighting the good fight. Always, Charlotte. W's in the chat for Charlotte. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for, let's see here. Expand this, who resubscribed over on Twitch. Ruger 4020 has a 45 stream streak. The One Mighty Pen has a 15 stream streak. The One Mighty Pen sent 100 cheers. And yeah, W's in the chat for all the donos, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live. Let's go ahead and get the likes up, the 500,000 likes. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. If you're friendly, do the things. Hey, Jaden, did you go look up that definition?
Of murder?
Yep.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It's the unjust death of someone or whatever.
Boom. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Point still applies to abortion.
So it doesn't. Because the justification is in the actual ability for women to make the self-determination. So you sitting here saying that it's unjust, like even by your own Bible, your own religious purview, it's not murder. The Bible deems abortion as a property crime. It deems murder as murder. You have no legs to stand on. The Constitution of the United States of America deems that people are granted, the rights are granted to all persons born. And so if you're not born, then you don't get rights and protections under the Constitution. You don't know fuck all about fuck all, and you want to actually debate. And I was trying to actually teach you, and now you're just snickering. And what the fuck are you snickering about?
I'm laughing at your ass, bro.
How are you laughing? We're laughing at you because you're stupid.
Keep going.
We're laughing at you because you're stupid.
Hey, I laugh a lot, gang. Don't take it personal.
I don't give it. I'm not taking shit personal. Like I said, this is all about me dog walking you now because you don't know anything. Like literally, you bring nothing to this live at the moment. Like nothing. The only reason you're still up here is because I'm not done dog walking you just yet. Now, can you substantiate anything outside? I'm dog walking the fuck out of you. You didn't even know what murder was, you idiot.
I knew what the actual dictionary meaning, but
no, you didn't.
I still believe that abortion
I
is
don't
murder.
give a shit about what you believe. What can you prove?
What do you mean? What can you prove?
I don't give a fuck about the fifis and your tum-tum. What can you prove? Nothing, right?
I can prove that abortion is murder.
Prove it. Fucking prove it.
All right, you go first.
No, you just said you can prove that. You fucking prove it.
Nah, explain to me why abortion is murder.
I don't have to explain shit. You're the one that said it was murder, and you said that you can approve it. So I want you to prove it right now.
Yeah, because it's the unjust killing of a human life.
Prove it.
What do you mean? How do you want me to prove that?
It's up to you to figure out how to prove it. And if it was a fact, then why is every single woman that's had an abortion not in jail?
Because the Constitution, currently, it is legal to do it.
Exactly. So it is not murder, you donut. I don't care what you think it should or should not be. It's about what you can prove. And if you can't prove it, then I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. So prove something.
Man, I don't even know for real.
Exactly. You came up here to have a conversation when you don't know shit about shit. You're out of your league. You're a fucking donut. And all you've been doing is giggling this entire time. You're a waste of space and a waste of my time. And if it wasn't for B, who's loading in right now, you would be gone. Hey, B.
Hey.
You got it.
I see you have a little snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden, can you tell me, so just you think abortion is murder because you think it's unjust? Yeah. There's a unmute button at the bottom of your screen.
B. He's so fucking stupid. He doesn't know how to use the mute button.
Damn.
I was mudded.
Okay. So why do you believe in giving fetuses extra rights that nobody else has?
Everyone has the right not to be murdered.
You haven't proven that it's murder. The conversation we're having right now is you trying to show that it's unjust, actually. So we're not going to presume that it's murder because you haven't.
Let me just throw this out there. I do believe there's exceptions, like rape.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So
but I believe that it is unjust.
It is giving the fetus a special right. Because nobody else on this earth has the right to use another person's body to sustain their life. So why do you believe in giving a fetus that right?
I believe because the mother chose the fetus to be there because she couldn't keep her legs closed, and she can't just get rid of it. Because
Believe it or not, you can actually get pregnant with your legs closed. There's actually some really good positions, but that's fine. So regardless,
get out of here, bro.
Okay, so would you say that like the mother also created like her 2-year-old child?
Yes, the mother created the 2-year-old child.
So if her 2-year-old child at some point needs to use her direct bodily resources to keep itself alive, let's say the kid needs like a liver transplant, she should be legally forced to do that as well, right?
Like you do a liver transplant?
Yeah.
No, she should not legally have to do that.
Wait, so okay, make sense of this for me. So why, when the child is inside of the womb, should we legally force the mother to use her bodily resources to keep it alive? But as soon as it exits the womb, the mother should no longer use her direct bodily resources to keep it alive. This is what I mean by you're giving the fetus a special right.
Getting a liver transplant could harm the mother, but
getting pregnant could harm the mother as well, Jaden.
As long as a pregnancy goes well, then it won't harm the mother.
No, so both of those things.
If the mother is in danger, I believe an abortion is.
I'm not talking about like a life-threatening risk, but both of those things do cause harm.
Hey, Jaden, I don't know if you know how a conversation works, but shut the fuck up while B is talking. Like, no one needs to hear you yapping in the middle of B's sentence. So stop inserting like stupid shit when B is actually taking the time to educate you. Anyway, go ahead, B.
Yeah, you're all good. The liver transplant, actually liver transplants are statistically safer than pregnancy. So like, what's the argument here? I'm not, like, giving birth is literally more dangerous.
He's so stupid, muted he doesn't know
he's muted. Yeah. Microphone shaped icon at the bottom of your screen.
And this is the person we're supposed to listen to about abortion? Can't even work a fucking mute button? Really?
Nah, that was my bad.
It's because you're stupid. It's okay.
Hey, don't insult my intelligence.
Yeah, pregnancy is more dangerous in terms of the risk you can acquire, like giving birth. So,
but by doing the deed, you're choosing to get pregnant.
Okay, yeah, and by doing the deed, I'm choosing to also have a child that could eventually grow up to be 2 one day. So this is the same child we're talking about here.
But why are you comparing a liver transplant to a...
Yeah, because I'm saying that in the case of pregnancy, you're putting an obligation, a legal obligation upon the woman to use her direct bodily resources to keep her child alive. So I'm just taking that outside of the womb and saying, outside of the womb, why should the mother not have to use her direct bodily resources to keep her child alive?
Because it's unjust to the mother.
So it's unjust. What's the symmetry breaker here? Why one is unjust and the other is not, when it's both of them are forcing her to use her bodily resources to keep the child alive?
He's so stupid.
Because they're two very different bodily resources.
What's the symmetry breaker? Because again, one is like, pregnancy is literally more taxing on your body than a liver transplant. A liver transplant can be done in 1 day, a few hours. Pregnancy is 9 months. Birth can take literally longer than the liver transplant surgery. So,
but pregnancy isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, you don't want to have a liver transplant, but getting pregnant isn't a bad thing.
Pregnancy cannot be a bad thing. That's true. But if you don't want to be pregnant, that does make it a bad thing. The same way, like, it's the same procedure with the liver. So hold on, I'm still talking. Hold on,
okay,
I'm still talking.
My bad,
right, in the terms of like a liver transplant, if you get a liver transplant forced upon you, yes, it's bad. But if you concede or if you agree to a liver transplant, it's the same procedure, but it's not good because it was forced upon you. Same with pregnancy. Pregnancy, if it's wanted, can absolutely be a good thing. If pregnancy is not wanted and it's forced upon you, then it's a bad thing.
Pregnancy, 99% of the time, isn't forced upon anyone, though.
In the terms of restricting abortion, you are advocating to force people to sustain a pregnancy.
Also, sorry, B, where'd you get that number from?
That wasn't an exact number.
Okay, then don't say fucking numbers that you can't substantiate. Sorry, B, I'm a stickler when it comes to numbers. If you can't substantiate the number, then don't say it. Like, I don't want to hear numbers if you can't substantiate it. Anyway, go ahead, B. You said
yeah,
the voice
that's it. I'm both of, like, pregnancy is literally more taxing on your body, so I'm not understanding why one of them should be forced upon someone and the other one shouldn't.
Because all right, hold up. Restate what you just said. My bad.
Ooh. Yeah, okay, so again, I'm trying to understand why you're okay with forcing one and not the other. Because pregnancy is literally more taxing.
Unless it's rape or whatever.
Yeah, I know
pregnancy isn't
there's
forced
certain
upon you.
things. Yeah, it would be forced because you consented to the sex, not to the pregnancy. So if you're denying
But
somebody access to an abortion, then yeah, you are forcing them to sustain a
sex
pregnancy by
is
definition.
the act of intercourse in order to make a baby. Like that's the
Then I've
purpose.
never had sex in my life, and that's just not true.
Oh, this guy's so
what?
stupid. Oh, he's so
No.
stupid. Oh.
Are you a
And if you
virgin,
don't want
Jaden?
pregnancy,
I'm
then you
assuming
should
you
take
are.
the
Are
then
you
you
a
should take
virgin?
the precautions like
Yeah,
protection
fun
or
fact, Jaden. Okay, so would you be
birth
okay with
control.
an abortion if somebody took birth control and it failed?
If it's within the first couple weeks of conception, then sure.
Nobody knows they're pregnant in the first couple weeks of conception.
Oh, he's so stupid.
Yeah.
After the pregnancy test or whatever.
So if you never take a pregnancy test, then you can just get the abortion whenever, or?
No, whenever you're, I don't know what the amount of time it takes to find out, but
You don't know
if you
shit
find
about
out-
shit, but you want to advocate for abortion.
Boy, I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, I want to say most people
It's
find out
between
around
me
like
and you,
6
bro.
to 8 weeks. But you
Alright.
realize as well, like especially if you live in a country where people have to pay for abortions, and abortions are like $500 at least. Then like people, I want to say there was a stat that was a few years ago that like 80% of Americans couldn't afford a $500 emergency expense. So, you know, how exactly do you expect people to do that?
Keep their legs closed and not do it in the first place.
Okay, so your argument is consent to sex is consent to pregnancy now?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. So is the premise of that argument is the premise of that argument consent to action is consent to all possible outcomes?
Yeah.
Okay. Is a possible outcome of going to a frat party getting raped?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so is consent to going to a frat party consent to getting raped because it's a possible outcome?
No, because rape is.
Wait, you
having
just
sex
told me
without
you just
consent.
told me consent to action is consent to all possible outcomes, and you agreed going to a frat party is a possible outcome, or rape is a possible outcome of going to a frat party. So hello.
It is a possible outcome, but
Okay, so you
having
agreed,
sex
right?
without protection
You agreed,
is
right?
how
Hold
babies
on.
are made. Like
Again,
that's
why are you
almost
assuming
guaranteed.
why are you assuming it's
I'm
without protection?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, B. Can you give me one sec? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're
B.
good.
Hey, stop saying that stupid shit. That's not true. Like having sex does not mean you're gonna get pregnant, you fucking donut. I'm
That's not
sure
what I
you
said.
don't know what ovulation is. Yes, that is what you said. Every single time you have sex, it's not a possibility to have a baby, you fucking donut. Stop saying that. Sorry, go ahead, B.
No, it's okay. Why are you assuming it's without protection? You realize most people who get abortions use contraceptive when they became pregnant, so the contraceptive failed?
All right, what's the numbers with that? If you know,
It's
is that proven?
51%. Yeah, it's from the Guttmacher Institute. They did a study.
51% of abortions came from,
Yeah, failed contraceptives.
but is that really true though?
It was done in an academic study by the Guttmacher Institute. That's
mean,
one of like the most credible institutions that deals with
If a
reproductive
teenager
health.
got pregnant, they want to say, "Oh yeah, we used protection."
So hold on, maybe they
No,
might like say that to
no.
their parents. They might say that to their parents, but this
Yeah.
was an anonymous study, so there's no incentive to lie. Actually,
Yeah, and also, no, shut up, Jaden. There's no way that I'm gonna let you sit here and criticize an actual source based off of you not knowing anything. That's the thing that makes me so mad is when people have never heard of a thing, and then you give them the thing, and then they criticize the thing without actually looking at the thing. You didn't pull up the thing that B just gave you, but you're criticizing it without looking at it. How much sense does that make, Jaden?
Hold up. I didn't criticize her. I was just asking.
You just tried to poke a
I wasn't stating
hole.
a fact.
You tried to poke a hole in her source without looking at her source.
Because I'm not going to take the time to go look. I'm just asking.
Okay, then if you're not going to look, then stop letting stupid stuff fall out your mouth.
I was asking her again. And she said there was no incentive to lie. That's all I needed to know. She gave me the information I needed.
Okay, so what's the next argument since I've debunked all of them so far?
Well, you only debunked the one thing, which was
I
pro-life versus
debunked
pro-choice.
consent to sex is consent to pregnancy. You folded on that one because you folded on the logic underlying it. And now you folded on the birth control one. You weren't able to justify.
I never consented to the consent to having sex is consent to having a baby.
Okay, so then tell me why consent to going to a frat party is consent to getting raped. Because again, you agreed consent to action A is consent to all possible outcomes of action A. And you agreed getting raped is a possible outcome of a frat party. So with your logic that you agreed to, consent to going to a frat party would have to be consent to getting raped.
It's not consent necessarily, but
okay, so then what is
if you
that?
go to a hold on, let me speak. If you go to a party and you start drinking a crap ton and you know it's a dangerous place to be drinking and you get
no, thank you. No.
That's crazy.
Just fucking no. Just
now
fucking
you're just
no.
blame people for
Absolutely
getting
not.
raped. That's wild.
Absolutely not.
You didn't even let me finish.
I know because you were doing the thing again. Did you notice that, Jaden? You were doing the thing again. Letting the stupid shit fall out of your mouth. I stopped you before all the stupid fell out, and I'm trying to keep you from spewing stupid everywhere.
Nah, I was about to make a crazy point, bro. You just weren't ready for
Yeah, exactly.
No, you were gonna blame rape victims for getting raped. Like, that's not a crazy point.
No, I wasn't blaming them at all.
You literally were just about to make that point. Stop.
If you go into a dark alley,
stop.
No.
And you get robbed.
Hey, Jaden, I'm putting you on mute. Stop coming off of mute and listen to what I'm saying. I have no interest in your hypothetical blaming victims. You don't have to make up hypotheticals. There's empirical data that you can lean on. The issue is you haven't looked up any of this shit. You just thought that you were going to be able to debate abortion because it was something that sounds cool. You felt like you didn't need to know anything and you could just tell us about your feelings. And guess what?
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Real. Jaden, I'm curious. Can you tell me, just unmute really quick.
What's good, bro?
Okay, so where in a woman's body would the abortion happen? Like, in what part of the reproductive system?
I'm probably gonna get flamed if I answer this incorrectly,
flamed.
but
You're already flamed, bro.
Would I be mistaken if I said the uterus?
So you're not sure?
That's just what I think, but I might be wrong. I'm not like 100% certain.
Okay. I mean, it would be the uterus, but it's interesting that you're not sure.
No, I just didn't want to say I was 100% sure and then be wrong, because that'd make me look worse.
I can say I'm 100% sure about that because I know what I'm talking about, but you know.
Also, there's nothing that's going to make you look worse.
Yeah, right. So is consent to going to a frat party consent to getting raped? Or are you doubling down on that now?
No, I never said it was consent.
Oh, you did, because you said
that.
consent to action A is consent to all possible outcomes. So I'm just taking that premise and applying it to something else to show you how it's ridiculous.
But that's like saying if you consent to going outside, then you also consent to.
Yeah, exactly. That's why saying consent to exactly. That's why saying consent to sex because consent to pregnancy is ridiculous. Because the premise of that argument makes no sense. By consenting to one action, you're not possibly consenting to all possible outcomes. consent to something that has to be specific about one specific thing. You don't consent to an outcome.
Okay, but what is a very high possibility outcome if you have sex unprotected?
It's actually not a very high possibility. Many people struggle for like months and years to get pregnant, even having unprotected sex every time they ovulate.
So would you be surprised if you were ovulating and you had sex unprotected if you got pregnant? Would you be surprised?
How long is the ovulation period, Jaden?
Why? That's irrelevant to what I'm talking about.
It's very relevant. It's very relevant. It's very relevant.
Like 3 to 4 days.
Nice of you to look that up. What's the peak optimal
I swear to God,
day?
I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You're looking it up. I don't believe shit that you're saying. Also, nobody cares about your sky daddy.
I don't give a damn if you believe me.
Yeah, I know you don't. Because you're perfectly content with being stupid, and I understand. But that's fine. You are sitting here talking about, the ovulation window, like there's an optimal ovulation day. You pretend like B has already highlighted how difficult it is to get pregnant. People actively try to get pregnant, and at the same time fail. So you just sitting here thinking that people are randomly getting pregnant every time they have sex is stupid.
Right,
Sorry, go ahead.
The answer to your question is not that they have to be surprised. That's not my claim, is that they're surprised. My claim is that by engaging in one action, they're not consenting to that possible thing and then not being able to do anything if it does happen. Like if I go outside and I get into a car accident, probably not going to be like surprised because that's a possible thing that could happen. Right? But that doesn't mean that like if I break my arm in the car accident that I can't go to the hospital.
But there's a big difference between a broken arm and a car crash and a pregnancy. We're treating a pregnancy like it's a bad thing.
I'm not.
You're comparing this pregnancy to all these horrible things like getting raped and car crashing.
Forced pregnancy is a bad
pregnancy
thing.
is a good thing.
Forced pregnancy is a bad thing. A pregnancy that you want is a good thing. What?
Okay. B. I'm sorry. I think it's time for a little Reindeer games. All right, Jaden. Let's say I grant you that abortion is murder. Right?
Okay.
Let's say I grant that to you. Okay. And you would say the most important thing to you is assuring that no babies are murdered, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You would agree with a nationwide abortion ban, right?
Except for certain cases, yes.
Right. So you would give exceptions. Would you give exceptions for rape, incest, and mother of life, or what exactly?
Yeah. All three of those things.
Perfect. And would you be willing to actually enforce the penalty to the furthest extent of the law, right? So let's say, if they say, oh, if you do it, you got to go to jail. Would you be okay if that's the law and people break the law?
Like if it was a crime, do I believe they should be punished for the crime?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And again, the main thing for you is ensuring that we save as many lives as possible because abortion is murder, right?
Sure.
Okay. Perfect. I got an idea. That would actually resolve all of this. We don't even have to worry about abortions anymore, Jaden. Would you like to hear it?
Let's hear it, bro.
Mandatory vasectomies. Jaden, do you know what a vasectomy is? Do you know what a vasectomy is?
Isn't that pretty much not cutting off your balls, but you know what I mean?
It is a procedure. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. Mandatory vasectomies, it's a safe, effective procedure. It's an outpatient procedure that's very quick, right? You can actually have that procedure today and be out playing flag football for like a Thursday game, right? It's more cost effective than an abortion. It's more safe and effective than any form of birth control, whether it be the pill, the IUD, or the shot. It's something that is in typical, reversible up to 5 years, meaning that you can get it done. And within a 5-year span, you can get a reverse in typical at the same level. After 5 years, it starts to slightly decrease, but you can also freeze your sperm prior to the actual vasectomy. So if you don't even want to have your vasectomy reversed, then you can still have babies. It's the most safe and effective and efficient way to actually do that. And then you eliminate abortions because, hey, if you actually do mandatory vasectomies, then you don't have to worry about women being impregnated. You address the root cause of the issue, the source, instead of the product of the issue. So Jaden, wouldn't it be better for you to advocate for mandatory vasectomies instead of like banning abortions if you care about babies not losing their lives?
Like mandatory, like for everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone in the U.S.?
All men, mandatory vasectomies.
No.
Why?
But if it's a rape or sexual assault case, then yes.
No. You just said that you were willing to outlaw abortions, right? And you said because like the actual saving lives of babies is the most important thing. But if we mandated vasectomies, and then listen, I'll even give you a provision clause. In order for the man to be able to get their vasectomy reversed, they either have to wait until the end of their 5-year window or they have to get permission from their wife.
How would that save lives though?
Oh, easy. It's the root cause. How
stop unwanted pregnancy.
Exactly.
B, I can't hear him.
Wait, don't you shush B? The fuck is wrong with you?
I can't hear you, man. You've been shushing me this whole time. I'm trying to listen to you.
Yeah. You listen with your ears, not your mouth. You don't shush people. The point being is that you can't actually impregnate someone if the sperm isn't delivered. So,
but there's nothing wrong with getting pregnant. What's wrong with impregnating someone?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting pregnant. You think there's wrong with women having access to abortions, to healthcare. So again, in order to eliminate abortions,
getting pregnant and having an abortion are two very different things.
Hey, Jaden, I don't know what you're not understanding about this. Jaden, if you go to the dentist and you choose to get your teeth cleaned, is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If I go to the dentist or someone brings me to the dentist against my will and they strap me on the table and they, start drilling at my teeth without my consent, is that a good thing?
No, drilling your teeth? No.
Even doing like a teeth cleaning without my consent, right? That's a bad thing.
I don't know why you want a teeth cleaning.
Literally whatever reason. It's a bad thing if it's against someone's consent, right?
Maybe for them, but getting your teeth cleaned isn't very bad, no.
Sure, let's say like pulling a tooth then. If I consent to go to the dentist and I get a tooth pulled, that's fine.
If you don't get it pulled, is it going to harm you?
Yeah.
Then yes, you should get that tooth pulled, whether it's consensual or not.
If I don't consent to go to the doctor and someone just brings me there and they strap me down and take my tooth out, that's a bad thing, right? Because it was forced upon me.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the same thing with pregnancy, right? I don't know what you're not understanding about this. Pregnancy, it can be the same thing, but if it's wanted, it is a good thing. If it's forced upon you and it's not something you want, it is not a good thing.
But I still need, Jaden, I still need you to actually engage with the point where if you think that abortion is murder and the most important thing to you is eliminating said murder, then you should be willing to do whatever it takes to eliminate the needs for abortion, which would be mandatory vasectomies. No one's saying that getting pregnant, to B's point, no one's saying getting pregnant is a bad thing. But again, your entire premise is that abortions are murder, and you want to stop murder. And so if you truly want to do that, then you would want to address the root cause of the issue, which is men delivering their sperm.
Yeah.
So
But
you would be on board with
if you
mandatory
mandate that, that means no one can have a kid.
No, that's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Again, you can freeze
So
your
you can
sperm
have kids while you're out.
You can freeze your sperm prior to the vasectomy.
Does that cost money?
Yep.
Then why would we mandate that across? Why would we force everyone to do that?
What do you think is more costly, raising a child or freezing your sperm? Which one do you think costs more?
Oh, childs are expensive, gang.
Yeah. Which one do you think?
But
Which
it's worth
one
it,
do you
though.
think? No.
It's worth it,
That's
100%.
no. That's your thoughts. That's what you feel. That's your fifis. Remember,
I think human life is priceless.
No.
And if you don't believe that, then you're wrong.
Jaden, I don't give a fuck about what you feel. I don't care about what you
So
feel.
you don't, wait, are you saying that
Jaden, I don't care about what you feel. I care about what you can prove. And if you can't prove it, then I don't care. I don't care about what you feel.
Human life is priceless.
Jaden, if something is priceless, then that means it has no value. If value is dictated.
It holds so much value.
Stop. No, stop. If something is priceless, then it means it has no value. If it has no value, then it's worthless. Everything is valued based off of what value we subscribe to it. So if you're telling me that it's priceless, that means it has no value. And if it has no value, then it's worthless. It's getting really stupid in here. This is getting really stupid in here.
My bad. My phone keeps malfunctioning, bro.
I almost said something really mean, but I chose not to.
Yeah, let's please not. The comments are already being really mean, so I'd appreciate if you.
I mean, like everyone.
Oh my God! Why do they all do this?
Yeah, everyone has lost brain cells in here.
You literally come onto like a live in front of 2,000 people, and you argue as to why we should take women's fundamental rights away. And then someone like calls you a mean name, and you're like, "Oh, woe is me! You guys are so mean."
No, I'm not.
Also, B, let's not forget that not only is he saying this, but he came up here not knowing anything, like nothing. B, like he doesn't know shit about shit, and he's so confident, like so confident.
Yeah, like I'm sorry if you come onto a live and argue why women should have their rights taken away, people typically are not going to like you. And if you can't handle that, then maybe change your positions. I don't know.
I really want to send him to the gulag. I really, really do.
Don't send me to the gulag.
There's some people that want to actually talk to him. B, I'm gonna swap you out, okay?
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate
Have a good one,
you.
everybody. Bye-bye.
I'm in for a ride.
So there's a couple of my friends in the requests, and I see everyone here. Just hold tight. I got a thought process. So Law, I'm getting you up here first.
How you doing, Law?
Living the dream.
Please don't talk to Law like you know him. He's my friend, not yours. Law, you want to talk to this donut?
I'm just trying to be nice.
That's fine. So Jaden, you believe that abortion is murder, correct?
Correct.
So would the punishment for somebody who a woman who gets an abortion, would that be the death penalty if it's a death penalty state?
No, I don't believe it'd be the same. I don't know. I don't believe anyone should have to go through the death penalty unless they did something incredibly bad.
Okay, so life in prison?
Maybe like 20 plus years or something.
Okay. Now, what about like the Plan B pill? So, you know, somebody had a contraceptive failure and they decide to take Plan B. Would that qualify as murder in your eyes?
I wouldn't say no, but it's getting there, getting close.
Okay, so if you had to write a law, what would the punishment be and when would it apply?
Ooh, that's a handful. Like when would it apply? What do you mean?
Well, you're saying it's murder and you believe life begins at conception. I think you said that, right?
Yes.
So if it begins at conception and that's life, then literally, you know, as soon as sperm meets egg, losing that zygote is murder in your eyes. So at what point?
Erector spinae muscles for me. Show me. How strong's your back? Tell me what you stand 10 toes down on.
I stand 10 toes down on myself. Hard work all my fucking life.
Everybody and their dog.
I'm anti-government intervention.
So you believe that like the government shouldn't control what women do with their bodies?
Only if it's an area where the government has an interest in. Can the chat hear us again?
Yeah. They should be. Month and a half, but we're all good now.
All right. So that was really weird because Jaden and I were sitting here having a conversation. Santana was frozen. That was weird. I hadn't seen that before. In any case, so Jaden and I was running down, and Jaden, feel free to correct me if I mischaracterize anything here. Jaden believes that life begins at conception and that
Chat, y'all know those dreads, right? I had a 49, 6 on print.
Was that a question, or were you just telling them what was going on?
The chat says it's lagging again, so I'm just waiting.
No, there's no lag.
Okay.
No, we should be good.
Good. So I guess, and then you're cool with birth control, even though birth control prevents the implantation of a fertilized egg.
I'm confused on the difference between. Hold on, please don't flame me, bro. Don't flame me. Don't flame me.
It's because you're stupid,
bro. So whenever you say it prevents whatever, you mean it prevents the sperm from reaching the egg?
So generally, like a IUD or birth control can prevent fertilization, but there are circumstances where a fertilized egg or an egg gets fertilized, but it's prevented from implanting into the uterine wall, so that the embryo never starts to develop.
But that's a low chance scenario, correct?
Well, but here we're talking about murder. So in your eyes, it's murder, and I'm trying to nail down if you were going to write a law, since you want to put these women in jail for 20 years, at what point are you calling it murder?
After it connects to the uterine wall and actually starts growing.
So are you okay with in vitro fertilization?
What now?
IVF, where they take an egg and they take sperm and they create they create fertilization outside of the woman's body and then put the fertilized egg in. Are you okay with that?
I'm very unfamiliar with that topic, but
you are very unfamiliar with this entire topic.
So here's where the problem comes. You say life begins at conception and the penalty for losing that life should be murder, but there's all these very complex scenarios that involve women attempting to get pregnant or trying not to get pregnant. Like for IVF, for example, you can be left with numerous embryos that are fertilized, but they have to be destroyed because, sometimes you get 0 out of 10 that fertilize. Sometimes you'll get 4 out of 10 that fertilize. And you only get to do 1 at a time. And so now all these embryos are being destroyed. So you're drawing this hard line at life begins at conception. But then when you play out what you want the penalty to be, you can't define when it becomes, the murder that you're saying that it is after conception.
I don't think he understands law.
Was that a question or a statement?
I really just want you to try to defend your position. So if you want it to be illegal, there has to be a law that says if this happens, then this is the punishment. What is your law?
No abortions unless it's rape, incest, or...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But you're okay with Plan B, you said.
Yeah. Plan B and abortions aren't the same thing.
Plan B prevents a fertilized egg from becoming an embryo, from becoming a baby, as you would call it. So how is that different than, how is a woman deciding that, through, a day, 2 days after having a contraceptive failure, different than a woman deciding 6 or 8 weeks after she finds out she's pregnant to terminate that pregnancy? What's the distinction between those two scenarios?
Because the Plan B is preventing the baby before it actually starts growing and becoming a human life. But a abortion, they stick the whatever and literally just crush the baby.
That's not
The
right.
vast majority of abortions are done
That's
with
not right.
2 medications, mifepristone and misoprostol. Essentially, it's just like Plan B. You're just taking a pill, but it terminates the pregnancy.
But it's after the baby has already started growing.
But you believe life begins at conception, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the two?
There's a big difference. 6 to 8 week difference.
But the determination that the unwanted pregnancy is still the same decision.
Well, you said Plan B, it only prevents that in certain scenarios, right? It only prevents it from
I was talking
connecting to
about
the uterine.
IUDs and birth control. They can either prevent fertilization or they can prevent implantation.
Yeah, you don't know shit. Holy fuck! All right,
I'm kind of stumped.
You've been stumped this entire time.
But this is why when you want to make it illegal, it's very difficult because you're putting the government in the position of making these decisions when they have no business and no right to interject in these decisions.
And just FYI, Plan B, because I know a lot of people are going back and forth. Plan B actually temporarily delays or inhibits ovulation, the release of an egg to prevent fertilization. It's effective within a 72-hour window.
Yeah, I appreciate that correction. I'm bouncing around between IUDs, birth control, birth control and Plan B. So I apologize if I misspoke.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think he's cooked.
One more question, Jaden. What's the government's interest in regulating this medical process?
What's the government's interest in regulating abortion?
Correct. So in order for the government to make a law about something, they have to have an interest in it. The government can't tell you that you can't get a vasectomy. The government can't tell you that you can't eat, all the nachos that you want. What's the government's interest in regulating this bodily process?
I'm too tired for this conversation, bro.
Oh, not you fucking running from it at the. All right, fuck it. Anyway,
you just gotta put it in words I can understand, bro.
Shut up, Jaden. I appreciate you, Law. W's in chat for Law. All right, you're not done. Fucking BTA, you're not done. Sean, I saw you saying, was this the person or was this someone else? Because I saw you say something about like there was someone else in the request.
It was someone who asked to be up here. Scott something.
Oh, you want to talk to the Scott person?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said that they were pro-life.
Okay.
I know you don't like doing pro-life things.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can grab them. Well, hold on one second. I got an idea. A couple of quick W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Rebecca for the $3 donation saying, I'm sorry, but this guest came up saying gay people are mentally unwell, but the stuff he says, they seem to sound mentally unwell when it comes to women and life in general. Yeah, like we shut him down at the gate. We didn't even let him get past goal because, like I told him, if he can't prove that the first thing that he said, then we disregard all the other stupid shit that fell out of his mouth, and which that's been a bunch of stupid shit. W's in the chat for Rodrigo for the $1 donation. Said, my girlfriend and I tried for 3 years, IUI, and then IVF. 20K later with IVF found we got IVF we got and an egg fertilized, and after that we lost it all. We actually kept the pic of the sonogram. It's not easy to get pregnant. I've been with my girlfriend for 6 years. All the studies say that we're good. Nothing is happening. Grab a book. Exactly. Like, I don't know how he thinks this actually works, but like, yeah. W's in the chat for Void. Void, yeah, maybe. Thank you so much for the $1, Void. I might get you up here. W's in chat for Shelby for the $5 donation. Tell this guy, if your friend was sick and needed to hook up to your body in order to live, would you do it? Yes. Is that a great thing for you to do it for your friends? Yes, but they do not have the right, even if you don't want to do it. No. Yeah, like, and that's the big point that we've been trying to get across, is that no one should be forced to give up their bodily resources. W's in the chat for Danica, who sent a $10 donation, saying, Flora here. 10 years ago, I was, hold on. Danica, I'm not going to read that message out just because of a trigger warning, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. I think that speaks to the lack of understanding that a lot of men have as far as what women go through as a whole. But Danica, thank you so much for the 10. Like I said, I'm really, really sorry. And I hope that that's something that no one ever has to experience. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for AJ for the $1 donation. Santana, this is, I'm going to check that out. I saw that as well, AJ. W's in the chat for Holly for the $5 donation, saying, I wish I could be as willingly ignorant as some of the people you talk to. I absolutely refuse, though. Yeah, same do I. W's in the chat for Ivan for the $1 donation, saying, Santana, this guest is stupid, but I bet you think that I bet he thinks Trump's blasphemy picture means that he's a doctor. Yeah, he's mind-numbingly stupid. Absolutely.
Nah, I disagree with Trump's post.
Shut up. W's in the chat for Dev for the $1.99 super chat to say this is a Fifi free zone. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Amanda for the $10 super chat to say just like that, if your friend is unaliving you, it's your fault because how dare you have a friend in the first place. Facts. W's in chat for Bryce for the $5 super chat to say vasectomies aren't foolproof. As a man who's lost both of his testicles, castration is foolproof. P.S. I'm not actually advocating for this. Yeah, no, I know. And also, I know vasectomies aren't foolproof either. The actual point of it is to show the hypocrisy in what they really believe. So, W's in the chat for all the donos, guys. If anyone else likes to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and Linktree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat, and I will read that out. All right. Scotty, whatever your name is, you're pro-life?
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me up.
Okay. Wait. Okay, so you came up here to debate abortion as well?
Yeah, I'm pro-life.
And you're a man?
You said what?
Are you a man?
Yeah, I identify as a man.
Huh, okay. Hey, chat, how about a BOGO? How about a BOGO, chat? Who doesn't like a deal? Yeah. Cool. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a kick fund going, and I'm gonna let Sean go crazy. And this is for both of you, right? Because I'm not really fond of debating abortion. I find no actual point in any of this, but Sean likes it, right? And so I say we start a kick fund, BOGO. You guys can go 2 for 1. And Jaden, this is kind of a double-edged sword for you, because if you get caught up in this kick fund, I'm permabanning you because you've wasted everyone's time. Like, you are you are utterly stupid. And so if we make it to the kick fund with you, oh, you're getting permaban. So FYI, if anyone would like to join in the kick fund, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Sorry, YouTube, it has to go through the pay links. $250. It's a BOGO. We got 2 for 1. And if this happens, then Jaden's getting a permaban. Sean, floor is yours.
Don't permaban me, please.
Yeah, for the people, whoever is pro-life, well, I guess I know what Jaden's gonna say. Scott, why are you pro-life?
But yeah, I mean, I can take the affirmative, give you my framework. But it's built off a couple axioms, but namely just that it's unjustified to unalive another human being if not for self-defense.
Okay, so then you're okay with abortion then?
Well,
Awesome.
yeah, in the case of self-defense, but that still falls under pro-life in most people's eyes.
No, like you would be okay with any type of abortion at that point.
Well, no, absolutely
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You would be contradicting your view if you wouldn't be.
Can you, I think you're referring to a biochemical argument. You think there are pregnancies that don't benefit, that are not mutualistic?
Like, self-defense is about personal autonomy and about allowing a person access to your own person. And if you don't
unless it falls under absurdity. So, well, yeah. Wait, hold on, just quickly.
Wait, so now we're special pleading for
how
pregnancy?
am I special pleading? I'm pointing out how your
Because
argument.
you're saying it doesn't.
Well, I was trying to demonstrate how you just interrupted me.
Like you're just trying to explain how it special pleads.
No, not at all. I'm trying to critique your view of self-defense and how it falls into absurdity.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so if you're just saying anyone who's uncomfortable with another person, they can just unalive them, that's absurd, right?
You can do anything to get that person off of your person. That would be self-defense. And if that results in unaliving, then that's just a trivial truth of self-defense.
Wait. You're saying anyone who comes in contact with your skin?
Yeah, you can do whatever you need to get them off of your skin. And if that results in unaliving, that would just be a trivial truth of self-defense.
Oh, well, if you're just saying you could, wait. If you're just saying that you can just get them off you, that's not specifically trying to unalive them. For instance, if someone bumps
unaliving is a result. Unaliving is a result. All abortions don't unalive people.
Yeah, I never said they did. I never said they did.
So, but we're talking about in this case of self-defense, getting a person off of you, and you've presupposed that getting a person off of you is unaliving them. So
no, I just said that, for instance, if someone accidentally bumps into you, if you're in a public area, that doesn't give you justification to get them off you via a knife, right?
To get them, if they won't get off of you.
It seems like you're wait. It's actually ironic. You're special pleading.
They don't get off
right?
of you. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Wait, yes, you are. You're saying that
what am I special pleading?
Any means you can use any means to get someone off of you. Meaning, if someone bumps into you, you can use any means.
If someone will not get off of your person, you can use any means to get them off of you. What am I special pleading for, Scott?
Well, wait, hold on. So
no. Tell me what I'm special pleading for, Scott.
Well, because if you can use any means, that means you can unalive them intentionally.
That's not what special pleading is, Scott.
Yes,
special pleading is saying, no, it's not. Special pleading is allowing something where you wouldn't allow the same thing in other institutions.
You wouldn't allow a schneif. Exactly. Your special pleading because you wouldn't allow a schneif, right?
Yes, I would.
Use a schneif
Yes, I would. I literally just told you that I would. No. You're just upset because it cooks you. Listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask this. Let me ask this. Just because you got cooked, because you got cooked, because I'm not special pleading. I'm not special pleading. You were supposed to explain how I was special pleading. You did not do that. You failed.
I pointed out an absurdity.
You failed. It's not an absurdity. The reason why you believe it's an absurdity is because you're special pleading.
Why are you stopping?
You were only supposed to talk about my special pleading. Now that you're done talking about that,
correct?
Because we realize I'm not special pleading.
Well, no, I'm again pointing
now
out how
you're
you
changing
are.
the argument. You know what? Go ahead. Say everything you need to say.
Actually,
right
before before you say everything that you need to say, I just want to remind people that we have a BOGO, a buy one get one free for a kick, $250. We are currently at 5 of the $250. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you, and we're also throwing in a perma ban for Jaden if you guys get to the 250. So yeah, just letting you guys know.
Yeah. So again, the absurdity is either you're special pleading or it's an absurdity. So, and you keep, I think.
So now because you're special pleading, I'm doing an absurdity.
Am I able to talk, or do you just keep interrupting? Like,
that's
what kind of
awesome.
debate is
Just say what you need to say, man. Come on, let's go.
You just interrupted me.
Yes, absolutely, I did.
How is that productive?
Because you're not saying anything, and I'm trying to speed you to the point. Let's get to it.
Why are you trying to speed me to a point?
Because you're not saying anything of substance.
I spoke two sentences. How do you know what I was trying to say?
I've just proven to you how I wasn't special pleading. And now you're going to say I'm doing an absurdity.
Like, you gotta learn to wait your turn, right? So
also, I just want to let you know you do have a bounty on your head. It's not like you got all the time in the world. You need to start making points before people get you up out the paint.
I really am trying to get you to get to the point before they match that bounty. But go ahead, say everything you need to say.
So my interlocutor here is, I guess, either feels like insecure in his argument, and so again, I'm not like gonna just be rushed and like explaining, I guess, what's going to be complex to this person. But again, if you're saying that someone who bumps into you, you can use any means, and again, you don't know other people's intentions necessarily. So if someone like is just standing right next to you but is touching skin with you, well, you don't know in that particular moment whether they're going to like keep doing it, they want to be doing it, or they're just doing it on accident. So saying that they can just use any means to get them off you, including a schneif, is absurd, and anyone in the audience would agree. So again, your argument there falls into absurdity. It's not a fallacy necessarily, but it's just like that's the reductio, and like that's absurd. So yeah, I mean that point, falls through obviously. So the whole case of self-defense is like temporal. So it's like, this can apply to the death penalty. It could apply to abortion. And so if like a fetus, for instance, is like projected to be parasitic, which it can be also commensalistic or mutualistic based on whatever sort of biochemical argument you want to make. Well, then if it's mutualistic or commensalistic, there's no case for self-defense. So again, like you're either special pleading in the case and you're like, well, you can use any means, but in this case,
labor.
Yeah.
That's why you fucked me up when you said agriculture.
Look at me. I don't.
By restrictions.
Do you have to wait? What?
Do we live in a world in which you have to justify everything you do, or do we live in a world in which you have to justify restrictions?
Are those mutually exclusive?
Yes.
How so?
Because if you have to justify everything you do, you wouldn't be able to do anything.
But could
if
you
have
still
to justify,
wait.
if you have to justify, if you do the things and then have to justify the restrictions, then that would mean you would be able to do things. Like justify breathing to me without breathing right now.
Wait, I'm trying to answer your question, but
do we justify the things that we do? Or
I think anyone justifies
do we justify
breathing,
the
right?
things that we restrict?
Like, I mean, I think everyone like justifies in their own head, like, I need to breathe because I want to stay alive, right? So that would be just.
Justify it without breathing.
What do you mean justify it without breathing?
That if you have to justify all the things you do,
wait, justify breathing without breathing? Okay, wait, I'm not breathing right now. I think breathing is good.
You are breathing right now.
No, I wasn't breathing. I'm not breathing.
Yes, you were.
I'm holding my breath. Yes,
if you're talking, you're breathing.
That's not, wait, if you're talking, you're breathing?
Yes, talking requires breathing.
No, it doesn't. Hold your breath and try to talk.
You can't. Talking requires breathing.
I'm not breathing right now.
You are letting air out, Brody.
Wait, hold on. I thought like breathing
does not equal breathing, gang.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You just breathing is just breathing out or breathing in?
Requires breathing, Brody. Listen, everyone knows this. Listen,
kind of absurd point.
You won't answer this question because you know you're cooked. The issue is here. The issue is here. Let me ask this. Let me just ask this. You're just running away. You're running away. You're running away.
Okay.
The entire point here is that when you are justifying a restriction of abortion, that is what you need to convince people of. When an abortion is happening,
that's what the point of the debate.
Action. No, it's not. All you've said here is special pleaded for abortion. You said self-defense is perfectly fine except for in the case of abortion. And when I say abortion is self-defense, you say that's an absurdity because you personally don't like it. And then you go on a 15-minute tangent about how you personally don't like it. You haven't talked about anything about what I've said about abortion, or how it is not special pleading to say abortion in this instance would not fall under self-defense, which would mean that you think that we live in a world where we have to justify all the actions that we do before we do the actions. And that is an absurdity, because you cannot justify talking without talking. You cannot justify breathing without breathing. So you would have to justify the restriction. My entire argument is that for any action X,
this is actually nonsensical.
Stop talking.
It's actually nonsensical.
Stop talking. Remember when you were crying and whining?
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Remember when you were crying and whining?
Just an FYI, like you're up to 145 of the 250 kick fund. So like maybe try being less insufferable. FYI, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and links are in the bio. Santana speaks for you. We got a BOGO 2 for 1, and Jaden gets permaban if we make the 250 kick fund. Maybe don't be so insufferable, and you can stay around longer to actually finish up the debate.
Chad, don't permaban me.
Anyway, like I was saying before, all you've done, Jaden, shut up. Didn't you get dog walked enough up here? So the issue that you're having is that you believe that something is an absurdity without actually pointing out why it's absurd. You're just doing this like bad ad populum, because the crowd would agree with me. In order to get a person off your body, you should be able to do whatever you need to do to get them off of your body. Intent means absolutely nothing. A person can be sleepwalking and not intending to grape another person, but still graping another person. And you could do whatever you can to stop them from graping you. And even you would agree with that. And if you wouldn't, that would be an absurdity, because you need to allow for yourself to be graped in case, just because someone didn't intend to do it. Like that wouldn't make any sense. My entire argument is premise 1, for any action X, a stance advocating restriction or prohibition of X is epistemically unwarranted unless supported by a non-viciously circular argument. My premise 2, abortion is an action. And so my conclusion, therefore, a stance advocating restriction or prohibition of abortion is epistemically unwarranted unless such argument is provided. What you have provided is an argument based in special pleading, which is viciously circular. So you have committed a logical fallacy. So in this instance, you are unconvincing to restrict or advocate for restriction or prohibition of abortion.
Yeah, can you steal man my reductio that I gave you, since you didn't address a single thing I?
Yeah, you said in order to get a person off of you, to use any action would be an absurdity.
What was the reductio I gave you?
You said that if a person bumped into you, you wouldn't know their intention, so to use a knife to get them off of you would be absurd.
Correct. Yeah, or someone standing in line touching your skin.
In order to get them off of you, you can use any means. And what I told you is that unaliving, you're just special pleading at this point. Because if a person is touching you, because yes, special pleading is when you apply something to one thing, but would not apply the exact same thing to another thing because it doesn't fit with your narrative.
So a category error?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Scott, because it seems like you have a little bit of contention with this overall. I want you to be able to like clarify this, because it seems like you have some contention.
Just real quick.
No, I want you to just go ahead and clear it up for us.
she just described a category error, which is like she doesn't understand or he doesn't understand philosophy at all. So what you just described as a special pleading, that would be a category error. So like, for instance,
I permaban both of those assholes. No, fuck both of them. You know I don't like that shit, Sean. Holy shit. I permaban both of them, Sean. I permaban both of them. That school person wasn't even supposed to, or Scott or whatever the fuck his name is, fuck him. I permaban both of them. I'm sorry, Sean.
Well, oh well. Womp womp. Can we get a womp womp in the chat?
You know I don't like to fail, bro.
I just, it's so funny watching them crash out. And it's so funny that they think we don't know what they're talking about when they say things.
Yeah, like the fucking going in circles makes me makes my fucking head hurt. Makes my fucking head hurt. There was another one.
Can I shout out to the Twitch chat? Y'all show me so much love over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Shout out Twitch chat.
Hey, this person was like talking shit, so I think you know, he has something to say. He's like, he said, "Oh, you're debating a crazy person."
I mean, yeah, can you combat the argument?
Say again?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pro-life as well.
Okay, can you combat the argument?
Honestly, I don't even know where you guys left off.
Yeah, I'll just start over. For any action X, a stance advocating prohibition. Santana, chill. For any action X, a stance advocating prohibition or restriction of X is epistemically unwarranted unless justified by a non-viciously circular argument. Abortion is an action that be premised to, and so with abortion being an action, any stance advocating prohibition or restriction of abortion would be epistemically unwarranted unless said argument is provided.
Yeah, so, I mean, I believe that life begins at conception. I don't believe that anyone has a right to end a life unless
you fucking suck. Holy
No, let him say it.
That's because you guys all say the same stupid shit in circles. Like you all sit around and circle jerk each other to fucking abortion. Like, God damn it, I hate you guys.
I'm not sure why you're getting so emotional for a simple conversation.
It's because it's annoying. It's very annoying. You say the same shit that the last people said.
I mean,
and it's
life is tough. Life is rough. Get a helmet.
Rough these nuts in your mouth. How about that?
But do you? Santana, man, you gotta let me work sometime.
They all say the same shit.
They really do, though.
Here's another one. Here's another one.
It's actually insane. Bentley, did you hear the argument? I don't even know if Bentley knows they're up here.
Bentley? All right.
I'm looking at Twitch chat right now. Y'all are showing me so much love, bro. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are amazing. I always love y'all on TikTok. I love y'all so much. Y'all are like the home crowd, but like that Twitch crowd, that really gets me hyped. I'm not gonna lie. Like if y'all go to Santana's Twitch right now and just leave one comment, it'll boost his Twitch so much. If everybody could just do that, his link is in the bio. Just go to his Twitch, leave one comment on his Twitch. It'll boost that so much.
What up, Twitch?
It'll get him so much monetization. It'll help Santana out so much.
He came back. Hey, I'm gonna let you finish with Sean. I'm gonna let you finish with Sean, but please just don't be annoying, okay?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, well, try hard not to.
So you just believe that life is the most precious thing, you shouldn't be able to take a life?
I mean, I think that obviously in the case of self-defense, in the life of the mother, stuff like that, I get all that stuff. But I think that in general, I think that a lot of abortion is just out of convenience, and I don't think that we should make it a societal standard to do a lot of actions, especially like that, out of convenience. I don't think that's a wise social standard to set for everyone to follow.
Okay, I just. Do you believe in self-defense? Do you believe that self-defense should be able to be a thing?
Yeah, I think that if something's in threat of your life, you should be able to deal with it accordingly.
So you don't think you should be able to defend yourself if someone's just punching you in the face but not threatening your life?
I think you should defend yourself, but even in the law, even when it comes to like, if you have I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it, but if you say you have a pew-pew and someone is threatening you, there are certain standards. You're not just allowed to just pew-pew them if they're not currently threatening your life. In certain states. But
if you feel like
your
life is in danger,
yeah, if you have valid reason to feel that your life is in danger. So, for example, if someone is doing something that you figure, this is in threat of my life and my life is in danger, yes, you are allowed to. But
how do you prove that?
One second. Can I finish my statement? For example, some people do get in, and I know people who they've shot people in self-defense and they've gone to jail because the reason was not deemed valid enough.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me.
It might not mean anything to you, but I'm just making an example that you're not always allowed to kill in self-defense. You're not always allowed to do that in any scenario, unless it's for your life, and if you have reasonable ways to believe that is in danger.
Okay, but you believe in self-defense, correct?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Okay, excellent. So then if you believe in self-defense, then I don't understand why we wouldn't classify abortion as self-defense.
Yeah, some abortions are in self-defense, but others, and I believe a lot of them are not.
Do you believe that
we might have to call this one short because I just got another violation. And I think it might have been because of me crashing out.
Huh?
Yeah, I just got a second one. I think it was the crash out that I just had not too long ago.
But you didn't. I'm saying you didn't say nothing crazy.
Yeah. I think I yelled too loud or something. I don't know.
TikTok don't like when black people show emotion, bro.
They don't.
TikTok, bro. What is going on? Listen, bro. If you believe, I don't understand why we would special plead for you saying that abortion isn't like some form of self-defense. Like if anyone's touching your person, you should be able to do whatever you want to get them off of your person. I don't understand why
the law dictates that you can't because someone's. Hold on, but I'm saying that it's not just like equal across all forms. There's different examples. So, for example, if someone is actively on the ground punching you, whatever, then there you go. You have the right to kill in self-defense. But if someone's doing something that's less light, that realistically won't kill you or won't cause
we gotta call it here.
Kyle Rittenhouse literally got away with unaliving people.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
whoa. Sorry to cut it short, but I gotta call it just to be safe because it's not even letting me appeal it. And that was the second one. So,
what was what did it say?
It said it's bullying, harassment. The first one was the first one was a 10-minute one. Then this one is just the actual thing. So yeah, we gotta call it. We gotta call it because it won't even let me appeal it. It's not even giving me an option to appeal.
Can we get some thumbs down in the YouTube and Twitch chat since we're about to end it here on TikTok? Big thumbs down for the bios.
It's not. I don't understand why it's not giving me an option to appeal.
I don't think. Do you have an actual restriction?
Yeah.
What is it, like a 10-minute joint or
the first one was, and the second one was just like the thing. So
if they gave you, but they didn't end your live though.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to get out of here before they do. Instead of talking about it. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Sean, I appreciate you coming up. Sorry that we didn't get to finish.
No. I'm used to not being able to finish. It's whatever. I said what I said.
You did. All right. I'm gonna speed run these thank yous because we got to get out of here. Like really quickly. W's in the chat for Hope for the 5. Thank you so much for the 5. Yeah, I am doing good. Shannon, thank you so much for the 10 for the perma ban. Paradise, thank you so much for the 50. They made my ass itch too. Holy, thank you so much for the 5. I love a BOGO. Jessica, thank you so much for the 40. I hate when they try to debate abortion. Christine, thank you so much for the 10. Yes, get them up out of the paint. Don, thank you so much for the 20. Nothing but fifis the entire time. Karen is the one that said the $100 and said, please save my sanity. Karen is the one that finished it off. Karen said, no mas. Debbie's in chat for Megan for the 5. I try not to lose my mind. These people suck. Debbie's in the chat for, dang it, I know I'm going to mess up your name. And you did it earlier for me. I'm just going to call you Jane. Thank you so much for the 35. Marilyn, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I'm all that, but I appreciate the hell out of you. W's in chat for Rebecca for the 2. Yes, he was absolutely a Muppet. W's in the chat for Jeff for the 2, just Devin. Yeah, they all say the same shit. And W's in the chat for Benjamin for the 1420 to permaban. W's in chat for Lamar to get the to educate the donuts. W's in the chat for all the donos, guys. Super chats. W's in the chat for Amber for the $2 super chat to say, yes, it is the worst timeline ever. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. I'm sorry. I just don't want the main account to be taken down, so we got to protect the main account. We're going to get out of here, but we will be back tomorrow morning for some more debates, some more sparring with Santana. So make sure that you guys are here with me in the morning. We're going to get active again. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies get left in chain. One wrong word, you slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats to get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey, W's in the chat for the chat. W's in the chat for the chat. Sorry, guys. I know it was just getting good, but we got to make sure that we protect the main account. So we're going to get out of here. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you for all the gifts, the taps, the likes, the shares. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Bryce, for being amazing. I love you all. And as always, peace.